America Rising Media. Live from Washington, D.C., Spin City is on the ground at the National Mall, broadcasting the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Join us July 3rd and July 4th for fireworks, freedom, and the greatest celebration this nation has ever seen. 250 years of liberty. Don't miss a single moment. America Rising Media. Live coverage of America's birthday.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you might be, Mr. Balderson. Good to see you, sir.
How's it going? Tonight? Good week for cannabis users. Good week for cannabis users.
Yeah, right. That's what we found. It's a good week. So we've got a little special panel tonight. We are going to be talking about the decision the Supreme Court ruled upon about pew-pews and cannabis users. We've got Krautmick in the back. Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Krautmick. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
And we have our resident security agent, Mr. Security. Good evening. How are you this evening, sir? Of course, he's not going to talk. That's all right. He's fine. We are live over on the Benjamin Balderson channel, Spin City News, on X, Rumble, Pilled.net, and on the Krautmick Twitch and YouTube channel. We will have some more panelists in here momentarily. Mr. Balderson has a video he wants to share with us. Let's get that playing right now up on the screen in due fashion.
Supreme Court term comes to an end. The High Court issuing a unanimous ruling today in the U.S. versus
unanimous
justices siding with a Texas man who argued a law barring drug users from owning guns was a violation of his Second Amendment rights.
With more, we're joined by KTLA law and politics analyst Jessica Levinson. Jessica, good to have you with us. Let's start with the basics and explain to us what was being argued here. Was this about illegal use of a controlled substance or about possession of a firearm?
It was about those two things together. So this case is about a federal statute that says that if you are the user of controlled substances or if you're an addict, then you should not possess a gun. And the argument in this case was not
dinging
whether
voice
is constitutional, but whether or not the statute
I was turning up my volume, my fault.
applied to Mr. Hamani, who was a frequent marijuana user, but there was no indication that he was a danger to himself or others. So I think the big takeaway here is
we had to shut it off because of what was being shown on the screen, but we've got the gist of it. What do you think?
What was being shown? I didn't see it. I happened to look down. Yeah.
Yep. Can't show that on YouTube.
Oh, well, I'll go ahead and read this because there's another ruling also regarding 2A.
Yep.
So there's been a lot in June here for the Second Amendment. Two Supreme Court rulings in June 2026 reinforced the trend toward broad gun rights under the Second Amendment, overriding attempts to limit concealed carry and to punish the ownership of guns by drug users. The ruling in the concealed carry case, Wolford versus Lopez, was no surprise. It followed the expected 6-3 division of the conservative and liberal wings of the court to block the state of Hawaii from making concealed carry a practical impossibility. After a longtime observer of the Supreme Court, or as a longtime observer of the Supreme Court, I believe the unanimous ruling in the second case, U.S. versus Hermani, is more surprising from the conservative court. That's because it strikes down the long-standing federal law restricting gun ownership by consumers of controlled substances. The ruling suggests the current court is so pro-gun that it has decided it must be pro-drugs. Really, that's in Wolford versus Lopez. The gist of the ruling comes in the first sentence For years, the state of Hawaii has made it almost impossible to obtain a license to carry a firearm. After the Supreme Court's 2022 Bruin ruling recognized the right to carry a concealed handgun in public for personal defense, Hawaii continued to attempt to restrict the right. The state's recent gun law flipped the script on allowable concealed carry regulations. Rather than the normal limitation that a property owner can ban concealed carry by posting a sign, all concealed carry was assumed to be banned unless the owner posted a sign allowing it. As Justice Samuel Alito, the author of the decision, summarized the effect of the law, citizens would be barred from entering many places that people routinely visit in the course of their daily routines, such as gas stations, convenience stores, restaurants, coffee shops, drugstores, grocery stores, big box stores, home improvement stores. He's just going to go bubble gump on that. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next.
Bubble shrimp, bubble shrimp.
If those restrictions make concealed carry impractical for ordinary citizens, then this regime hobbles what the Second Amendment protects: the rights of Americans to carry arms for self-defense as they go about their daily lives. Justice Kajana Brown Jackson and Sonia Sotomayor see the regulation as nothing remarkable or unconstitutional, but just property owners exercising their rights to ban guns. The majority see this as subterfuge. Under the current court, a core individual right. My tea is, or my water is screaming at me. I'll be right back. So this is the this particular ruling is the liberal versus conservative on the guns, where the liberals did 3 and the conservatives voted 6. Under the current court, a core individual right, free speech, free exercise of religion, or personal defense with firearms can be regulated but not eradicated, limited but not eliminated. For the court majority, the Hawaii regulation was a transparent attempt to stamp out concealed carry in the state. The 1968 Gun Control Act initiated the federal restriction on the combination of guns and drugs, specifically targeting marijuana users, because that's what we all know, that marijuana users are definitely the most violent and gun using of all drug users. The amendments in the 1993, the Brady Law, and in 1994, the Violence Against Women Act expanded the restrictions to apply to any person who is an unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance. From 1968 to 2026, it seems reasonable to believe that drug use and gun use were incompatible because each can kill you. In combination, they seem even more likely to have that result. As Justice Neil Garush noted in the Hermani ruling, we appreciate that drugs and guns can sometimes make for a dangerous mix. Nonetheless, the court ruled unanimously that the federal law overreaches for 2 interrelated reasons. One about constitutional law and the other about the facts surrounding marijuana use. In 2021, the New York Rifle and Pistol versus Bruin ruling set the constitutional standard for firearms regulations that do not violate the Second Amendment. They must fit within the nation's historical tradition. This places the burden on the government to identify examples of similar regulations with a long-standing pedigree. They do not have to be a historical twin, but they do have to be grounded in the same how and why of the current law. In 2024, U.S. versus Rahimi ruling The court employed the new historical standard to uphold the federal law denying gun rights to people who are under a domestic violence protective order. At the time of the founding, there were no specific laws addressing guns and spousal abusers, but there were laws that disarmed those who went armed offensively or to the fear and terror of any person. The court considers those comparisons to be close enough. Regarding drug advocates of the federal law outlawing gun ownership for users and addicts, argue that historical examples of laws restraining habitual drunkards provide the necessary analog. The court disagreed because of those laws focused only on those whose habits rendered them practically incapacitated.
Drunkards.
Yeah.
What the fuck did they come up with these? Is that even English?
Yeah. No, that I've heard that. It's been a while.
I've never heard that term, drunkards.
Yeah,
I've heard you're a fucking drunk.
right. Yeah,
drunkards is old school, like really old school, like freaking like the 1850s type shit.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off, Ben. I just never heard drunkard.
Yeah. Maybe that's the plural of drunk. Drunkards. A herd of drunkards.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't it be drunks?
No, I
think
think
a bunch of drunks walking down the street.
It's a herd of drunkards.
I think drunkard more describes like the adjective of getting drunk. If I'm getting the right word right, what describes an action? That's an adjective, right?
Anyways, in 2022, Ali Hermani, a Texas marijuana user who owned a gun for self-defense, was indicted under a federal statute that makes it a felony for anyone who is an unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance to possess a firearm. In the court's view, Hermani's kind of moderate marijuana use simply does not qualify given that. He admits to using marijuana about every other day. But how much marijuana does Mr. Hermani use? In what potency and to what effect? Is he routinely unable to manage his affairs, a risk to himself or his family? Or does he use a mild gummy as a sleep aid a few times a week? The court insists that habitual drunkard laws at the time of the nation's founding applied only to those who could not manage their own affairs, but did not apply to social or even heavy drinkers. There is copious evidence that the founders themselves, not just Sam Adams, but also John Adams and James Madison, were serious drinkers. Fucking Benjamin Franklin was a complete lush and a fucking Andy liked having a lot of sex with young girls.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Even George Washington often drank 3 glasses of Madeira in the evening, not enough to be considered a heavy drinker in his day, according to the historical research cited in the Hermani ruling. The implications seem to be that alcohol was normal then, while marijuana has become normal now. The ruling hinges on evolving perceptions of recreational drugs, especially marijuana. Does pot make users irrational? Does a marijuana habit indicate that someone is irresponsible? If drug users...
Wait. Let me interrupt you on that. I'm going to ask you the question, Ben. Because you use your medicinal herbal remedy for things that are wrong with you, does that make you would that make, I'll generalize it, would that make one irresponsible, or ought that make someone irresponsible?
Absolutely not. It's if you're using it, and this is one of the things that they were considering when they talked about it originally. They said that if you're an illegal user, which if you're medical, you're not illegal, and then also if you're a habitual user, like a complete degenerate with it. So this seems to really be leaning heavily on whether you're controlling yourself or not.
Right.
which would make
Well, the
sense.
question, there are some states that recreational use is now legal at the state level, correct?
Well, that's not going to pass on to the federal level though. So this is a federal ruling, although it's going to make it so the states also can't stop them from using drugs. But there is a difference because all recreational marijuana is federally illegal. But medical marijuana, because so this is there's been a number of things this year that got moved around. The medical marijuana got moved down to Schedule 3, which means that it's now a medical thing rather than at Schedule 1, it had no medical value whatsoever. So now it's recognized as a medical as medically legal. So like myself, even federally, I'm legal to use my cannabis.
Right.
And
Because it's
as
for
long
medical use.
correct. Stop, Bubba. And
Yeah,
as long
but wait a minute. I have a question on that, Ben, and I apologize to cut you off, but
go ahead.
for dialogue, right? If one would in a recreational use state,
Knock it off.
yeah, knock it off.
Come here, Bubba. Come here, Sky. Bring the teeth on, so everybody got to act up.
Of course, that's how it always happens. It's like when you have children, they don't bother you, but when you're doing something, or you're talking to somebody else, guess what? They're always important. And yes, children are important.
Yeah, I got a kitten. Well, I got 2 cats. Well, one's a kitten, so he's all over my ass if I'm on my computer. He's
Of course, because
fucking
you're not giving
annoying.
them attention.
Yep. And animals are just like that.
But okay, back to what I was saying. So remind me, Ben. I'm a little tired, but isn't the pew pew regulations per state and federal?
Right. Well, the federal's the the bigger law, and then the state can make laws that are extra as long as, like in this case, this actually is going to affect any state laws because any state then that would try to restrict it, which you can guarantee California is probably going to do it. They're always crazy about that shit. But any state law then that would try to take away your rights would then be breaking the Constitution. So this is now a constitutional, they're seeing this as a constitutional regulation. They cannot the states themselves cannot take away your 2A just because you're using cannabis or other drugs. Apparently, and I do like the way that they're wording this quite a bit. It appears to be more based around whether you yourself are a responsible person. So if you're somebody that's, all tweaked out and living on the street and walking around air punching, you probably shouldn't have a gun. But if you're just somebody sitting home smoking a joint and not bothering anybody, then in no way should they be affecting your gun rights. And that's why they're comparing it to the drunkards. They're saying that in that time, it was only the ones who were such a drunkard that they were irresponsible, not the ones that were responsible drinkers. Even Washington, they're saying was having basically 3 fucking hard drinks a night.
Right. Well, I mean, the question remains, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here. Who, what, where, when, why, and how do you determine whether somebody that is on a illicit substance, because anything that goes in your body is illicit, right?
Sure.
How would
a mood altering substance,
right, or a mood altering substance? You're correct.
Sure.
How would one define whether they are responsible or not?
Well, if they have Children, do they take care of their children? Do they pay their rent? Do they have a home? Are they able to maintain a job? Are they able to do all the things that a normal functional person would do, even though they're under the influence when they choose to be of something else? Are they still functioning as a normal person? Or are you living in a tent down by the river and walking around punching the air and begging people for money and doing crazy things like swinging axes at cars that drive by? Which one are you doing?
Okay, so cannabis is a depressant.
They say that, although
I'm just going from my
I don't
knowledge.
think I don't think that it works out in the way that people think it works out. Like when it's depressant, saying it like it slows your system down instead of speeds it up, but it doesn't make you depressed. You know what I mean?
It's not. So cannabis is not an opioid.
No,
but cannabis
close.
is not a stimulant.
Cannabis, Ben, if I could interject real quick, cannabis is actually, strictly speaking, a very mild form of hallucinogenic because it's mainly the THC. That's why THC is also found in mushrooms, acid, and peyote. If you guys know what peyote is, it's classified as a hallucinogenic. Though
you
very
pretending like I don't know what buttons are.
You'd be amazed how many people don't know.
I never had no buttons.
What's up, Crack Baby? Come on up. I dropped the StreamYard link to you.
100% agree, Crack Baby.
Yeah. Come on up, Crack Baby. I need to take a crack at your hoe ass. Anyway.
So and yes. I do agree it's classified as a mild hallucinogenic, although I've never seen anybody hallucinate off just plain old cannabis.
I mean, there are things that people put in it that can alter the effects of
then the cannabis itself isn't doing it though.
Right. It's the other substance that they're putting in there.
Like getting wet, they used to put formaldehyde on it and other drugs, and whatnot. And absolutely that will have extra effects, but that's not the cannabis doing it.
Right. But I don't know. Okay. If they're and just remind me if I heard you right, they're talking about other mind altering or mood altering substances as well.
It pretty much sounded like they entirely cut out the ban on because before this, anybody on substances that wasn't medically prescribed, you lost your rights, and according to the different laws that they'd come up with. And this basically struck all that down as unconstitutional.
Hold on one second. Tubular, nothing has been said about a race or whatever. You know what? Moderators, get them the fuck out of here. I'm not in the mood for this shit tonight.
I'm not even mad.
I saw that. Hey, Ben, can I say something real quick?
Just hilarious.
Can I say something real quick? I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression. Yeah. I know you and Spin were talking, but even though it's classified as a mild hallucinogenic, and first time I ever smoked, I smoked a lot. I was kind of tripping face, but I do think pot smokers, I'm pro it. I don't do it myself no more because I was lined up for a job. I never actually got it, but I didn't want to fail the drug test. But anyways, all that said, I'm pro that, and I believe even if you smoke the cannabis, you should absolutely own your Second Amendment rights, regardless of what it's actually classified as.
Yeah, but Kraut, hold on, Sauerkraut. If they're talking about all drugs, right? I don't know if I would want to give somebody on that is doing crystal or heroin or whatever. I don't know if those are trigger words or not, Ben. I apologize.
No, they're not.
Or peyote or ice, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that I would really want to give them the right.
Why would you take away why would you take away their rights just because they're
I'm not saying take them away, but I think there should be a little more.
That's what we're really saying. That's what you're really saying here is you want it taken away from them because they automatically have the right. Well, how is that any different than a drunkard? I've definitely, and I'm sure we could probably look up the statistics, but I would guess that there's many more people on drinking alcohol doing violence than anything else in the country.
Well, yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that, Ben. I'm just saying I don't know if I would really want somebody on anything else but cannabis.
Yeah. Spin. So I kind of got two questions for you. The first one is: are laws that are passed on what constitutes as legal drugs or illegal, like cigarettes and alcohol? Well, cigarettes is a bad example because it doesn't affect you, but alcohol is legal.
Cigarettes are cigarettes are absolutely
cigarettes are mind altering. Absolutely.
100%. It's mild, but they absolutely
okay.
Are
all right, so that is good. All right, so cigarettes and alcohol, they're legal, but they affect your mind, and other things aren't legal, and they affect your mind too. So, would you agree the laws passed are pretty arbitrary on what's legal and what's not legal?
Well, I mean, it all depends. It really just all depends on what you're on at the end of the day.
Well, I believe they're pretty arbitrary.
My question regarding that, hold on, Kraut. My question regarding that, which one of those things fit under shall not be infringed?
It's a good question, Ben.
Also, to my second point,
go for it.
Yeah, and to my second point, like Ben was saying, I've been in areas with tweakers. Like, yeah, they absolutely shouldn't. How Ben was describing, I found funny as hell because he was to a T describing absolute fucking tweaker, talking to himself, punching the air, swinging crazily. Yeah, those people absolutely not, because they're making bad decisions. But I've also, know people personally that back in the day they had full-time jobs and they possessed a legal firearm, but every once in a while they also did a couple of lines of what I mean, and they were perfectly fine. It was back in the 70s and 80s. It's really all about responsibility. That's why I asked about the arbitrary part. Like, it's pretty arbitrary what's legal and what's not legal. It's all about responsibility.
Well, and we all know that the federal government put extra bullshit on cannabis, which it was
back in the 30s.
No, it's not vertical only, Sean. It is also horizontal. If you just type it in, put it's horizontal also. But they used the extra criminalization of cannabis in order to fight against the hippie movement and things like that. Anybody understands that they had it listed as a Schedule 1 drug, which means that it has no medicinal value. And then they also owned the medical patent for medical marijuana. And so the government was saying both things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
said that on my stream.
Yeah, so obviously that was always a nonsense thing. But I find this to be the Supreme Court here. They've had a really good year, and to go 9-0 tells you how unconstitutional these other laws that were passed were. That they literally struck down what I read, half a dozen laws or something over the years that they've implemented that were all basically all dead now because of this.
Well,
9-0, like conservatives and liberals, everybody was like, nah, that's bad law.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I mean, obviously, we can get along on each side of the aisle, at least on something.
Well,
That's
usually it's
progress.
fucking the people over is where they get along on both sides of the aisle when they're like,
That's
oh, you know, they're like, do we put it in all the way or balls deep? Which one? You know, like,
Well,
Balls
they
deep.
don't
I
know
prefer
about
that way.
balls deep, but that,
yeah.
Oh, what the fuck you say, bitch? What you say about me?
Hey,
What's up,
Spin,
bag?
What's up, you tripping bitch?
did you
I got you a bitch.
Spin? Where did you mainly spend most of your life? Did you spend it in like suburban, pretty nice neighborhoods, or did you spend some time
Yeah.
also like?
No, I never lived in the ghetto. No, I never lived in the ghetto. I mean,
Have you? Right.
Well, why wouldn't you use the trailer park as the example?
I'm about to say
Hey, I lived in trailer parks in
that's
Florida.
I'm about to say
racist. You can't say
the
the
ghetto.
trailer
That's
park.
the ghetto version. That's the black.
But why
that's
would
white
the white
version.
guy live in the ghetto? He
yeah.
would live in a trailer park.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
still
that's the
white.
ghetto for trailer. That white people
Yeah, that's
trailer
the
park.
white
Ghetto.
people ghetto.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it really is. It really is. I lived 6 years in Florida, every single trailer. Hey, 6 years I lived in Florida, it was all trailers. That's why I joke around and say
And that's true.
I'm not a trailer
It's
white
most
trash no more.
now. No, but now they're getting rid of the trailer parks and building. Fuck. What are those things?
Not in small towns.
Modular homes.
No. They're actual homes in a fucking.
Yeah, modular homes.
Yeah.
No, it's like where Nova lived, like a developed community
Yes,
or
with
whatever.
HOAs, yeah.
Yeah,
Planned
that's what
communities.
they're.
Well,
that's
that's
what
not
they're
a
building.
trailer park, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
not
a developed
no.
community with an HOA.
No,
It's not the replacement of a trailer park.
listen. What I said. They're getting rid of the trailer park a lot at a time here in Florida and building those HOAs and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. And
yeah, they aren't doing that anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm about to say not in small towns. Small towns, they still say the same as always.
Well, and hell, actually, trailer parks are becoming bigger. Actually, in most places, especially living in a Winnebago's, where a lot of them, instead of just being trailers, they're like mixed. They have mobile homes and like Winnebago's and shit. Because, dude, who can afford fucking anything? Like a lot of people can't afford. They can't afford a fucking house.
Yep.
Well, and you know what, Josh in the chat says prefabbed houses. Yes, most of the houses that are being built are prefabbed or prefabricated. They're brought in on trucks. Nothing is really built other than the foundation.
Stick built.
What?
Stick built. They call it stick built.
Yeah,
well,
they're not
well,
stick built anymore.
Any house that's like a 2x4s and it's framed together, that's stick built. You took 2x4s and built a frame and it sticks.
Yeah.
So like even my house is considered stick built because it's 2x4s and it's not.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
they don't make a block. They do not make a block house anymore unless you want to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? It's here in Florida, and I don't know, in Texas it's a crack baby, isn't it more stucco?
I'm not gonna lie, what is the stucco?
The Mexican stuff where they just smear that fucking stuff on the side of the house and
it looks crinkly.
I think that depends on what part of Texas you live in. Like probably if you go towards San Antonio area.
Oh, you're in Texas too, huh?
Yeah, maybe San Antonio area
over there
where it's like heavily Mexicans or going maybe west. Like I'm somewhat west, but not too far west. And maybe you get out there, maybe so close to the border, but I really don't see that many houses like that. Mostly it's just typical pier and beans or trailer parks or something like that, or just regular houses.
Sure.
It just depends on what part.
Sean Joe comes in with the cookie over on pilled.net. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
Everybody likes cookies.
Hey, I'm about ready to roll to the cabinet and get some.
I make some damn good cookies.
How can you reach up there? Do you got like a little special step tool, like that
No,
Do you
pull
make
yourself
some
up?
damn
no,
good cookies?
motherfucker. I got one of those grab things, motherfucker. That's what I got.
Oh, you got one of those extendos.
Oh, a hand?
Extendo grip.
I got a hand also.
Yeah. Fuck you, Ben. I appreciate that. Hey, those grabbers can be used for many things to grab and latch onto. That's all I'm saying. No pun intended.
I still would take away all the wheelchair ramps at the state capitol in Texas.
Fuck
In
you.
Northern California,
Go
if
put some
you're out-
shit in your
if
mouth.
you're
Oh,
out
that's
in the
right. You already
woods-
got it in there.
if you're out in the woods, they allot you whatever building method you want to use. So it's really interesting out here. Obviously, in the cities, they have a lot of regulations, but out in the mountains, they don't have any. Like if you can build whatever fucking home type you want.
Correct.
Hey,
That's
you
one
know
thing I
what,
love.
Craig baby? You know what, Craig baby? You are the first black man that I ever met or seen dip.
I've been dipping for over
What?
a decade.
Yeah, that he is the
He's
he
from
is the
Texas,
first.
man.
What do you know? 3 black people?
Yes.
Hold up, he's in
Probably.
Florida. He probably knows more.
Jeff!
Than that.
Probably.
Hey, Spin,
probably
can
don't
I
know
ask a question
He
real
just
quick?
said probably. He doesn't know more than 3 people. He knows boomer. He knows white boomers, middle class white
Right.
boomers.
That's right. You got a problem with that? Anyway,
You're not a
go
boomer,
ahead.
Spin.
Huh?
You're not a boomer. You're not
Yeah,
a boomer.
You're a
I'm
vroomer.
too
You
fucking
just
old to
vroom
be
vroom
that.
with the wheels everywhere.
No, I
Fuck
think
you
Spin
and
is
your
a-
wheels.
Vroom,
I think you
vroom,
feel like in
vroom.
between 50 and 70, you're a boomer, aren't you?
While you're running and you're getting all tired, I'm
He's not a
going
boomer.
right past you with
No.
my wheels, sir.
Hey, that was a
That's
question,
Gen
Ben. That
X.
was a question.
I'm Gen X.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the beginning of the
What's a
80s is
boomer
Gen
then?
X.
Boomers are. My mom is at the very end of the boomer era, and she is
50s up.
60 or 71 or let's see here 67. So like 65 is at the boomers are like 65 and older at this point.
The boomer era started in the 50s. And isn't it weird
That's
how
right.
now every 10 years they want to give us a new name? It's the stupidest shit ever.
Well, actually, it makes more sense to me. And what doesn't make sense to me is how before this, the time periods had no rhyme or reason.
Yes,
You're
no
like-
fake contract. Hold on 1 second.
Like every 10 years, and I get it that, and this is an entirely different discussion, but there's social programming that switches basically every 10 years.
You know,
Yeah,
this is
you know.
what I want right here.
And you can
I
literally
want new pair of
tell
legs.
what generation somebody came to adulthood in by the different pop culture and things
Almost
like
like
that
some-
that they relate to.
That
Yeah,
was like
boy.
some Johnny Five type shit, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Was that a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Wheelchair
looked like
mixed with a Segway.
anybody knows Short Circuit? Johnny Five? Johnny Five. I lied.
Yeah.
That's what that shit looked like.
Like that?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
It does. That is what his at least his tracks that he was driving around.
Yeah.
on were like
Yeah,
that.
well,
the other
run.
noise, man.
I'll catch up.
Well, my
At least a
millennial
rock,
is showing.
at least a pebble won't be your biggest enemy at that point.
Nope, that's
Nah,
true.
the stairs might be.
No, that thing will climb stairs.
No shit. It's
Yeah,
like the
bitch.
fucking Hummer
How
of
about you now?
wheelchairs.
Damn.
All
I
right.
hope it leans back as you climb. And
What, you
just
don't want to
go,
get the
"Well."
implant in your brain so it would just
I
make
was
you stand and
literally
walk
just
again?
thinking that too, that there's no way that climbs stairs and he doesn't tip over backwards at least a couple times.
Nah, he's just got to lean forward like a quad. That's all.
Oh God.
Like an old man with a punch in his back.
Did you hear what I said? What, you don't want to
What?
get the implant in your brain or in your neck so that way you can just walk again?
Hell no. Don't do it, Spin. You'll end up like
you
Dr.
can get
Octavius.
Starlink in your brain and then cyborg legs.
What's wrong with
No,
you?
Oh my god! Yeah, you can just get Starlink in your brain and some cyborg legs.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, I
thank
mean,
you.
And mind
Benefit,
control.
if you have to get lost in the woods, you
Starlink's
can always link
Wi-Fi.
up.
Yeah, Neuralink, not
Yeah.
Starlink. Starlink's the thing I have.
I thought about
Oh my
Starlink.
god!
I guess it would
Dude,
probably
Starlink
be
is the
connected
shit,
via
right?
phone.
Hey, Spit, what I say earlier? You broke your back from lifting 1,000-pound.
Yeah, fucker.
I want to
Yeah.
watch eggplants.
You know what? You were about to get fucking booted.
If you can lift your leg up, bitch.
I
Can
can
you?
watch. See, I just lifted it up for you.
About to mess
Crack,
up my
can you
laptop.
No,
do a pirouette?
just
Show me.
Thank you for your service as a firefighter.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Do a pirouette.
I could never
Do a pirouette.
that.
Do
Let
a
me see.
pirouette, bitch.
Yeah, I wanted to join the military. I never thought of being a
Yeah, you don't
firefighter.
want to do that.
That takes a
You
special
want to
breed.
embarrass yourself. Because
Nah, man, burning alive is one of my biggest fears. I could never fucking do that.
It doesn't
It's
seem
only
like a
30
good way to
seconds
go.
of
Drowning
the
would
worst
suck,
pain
too.
ever.
It's good. It's good. Being a firefighter is good and bad. You see the good.
Yeah,
and you
no,
see the
it
bad.
takes a special breed.
You're not lying,
everybody can
Crack
be a
Baby.
firefighter.
You know what?
This
Crack
morning-
Baby is fireman.
Yeah, I just got out probationary period now, so I'm fully a firefighter, not probationary.
Oh shit!
newbie
Oh, no
more.
shit, man. Good luck. Good,
Oh,
congrats.
shit!
Yeah, like this morning we got a fucking call. This guy had a lawnmower flipped over on top of him. Bro,
I've seen that. I've seen that shit. I've seen that shit.
It was a fucking tractor lawnmower, and like a regular John Deere size small ones, and he went around a corner and drove up a fucking little tree or something, and boom, dude. Talking about the dude's like 358 degrees. We have to lift the lawnmower off of him, move it, and try to assess him.
Damn.
Then we have to set up an LZ and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
That shit is
No,
fun.
no,
My
I do
fun.
not want to be the bionic man. Bamlo. No, thank
What about
you.
the $6 million man?
Why you don't want a robotic dick?
What about the $6 million man?
The $6 million man? No, I'd become a target.
That's true.
I'd become a target.
Have you ever heard yourself talk?
No, don't care. Don't care. Fuck you, man.
Naughty,
Just throwing out
naughty.
there if you're trying to not be a target.
I still go in public. I don't
Right,
care.
you might as well be the $6 million man then too.
Might as well be.
I am the only one old enough to know that was a show. That is
No,
Well, I
I do
actually
know.
know.
I know it was
that
a show.
sir. I do know that show.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
It was a
He
show back in
doesn't, he
the
doesn't know, or else he would have said yes. Everybody wanted to be the $6 million man. He's like, no, I'd rather sit in a wheelchair.
I would. Listen, there are benefits. You go into a concert or you go into a theater and they don't have any seats. I already got my fucking seat. I don't
That's
need
true.
I don't need and I don't need to see over anybody. They put you in the handicap section, man. You always get the best seats.
Yeah, we need to take away those seats.
You
There's
need
no
to
use.
Here, I got something for you, Crack Baby Ho.
Fucking Joe Cool.
Where is Joe Cool?
bro. That's
Yeah.
fucking
Haven't
lit.
seen him lately.
Man.
Haven't seen him
I
in
thought he
chat.
liked my ass. Where's my dono from him?
You'll be waiting for that dono just like I'm waiting
I
for
know.
mine.
No.
At least with Crack Baby, I know I could get $1.
Maybe. Oh no, see, black people don't tip, so that's just what I heard.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, Bamlo, that's a really good point, bro. Someone in the chat said, I definitely don't want to wake up and find out I am RoboCop. I don't know, man. Being a RoboCop, there's a lot of positives in that shit, man.
Also,
But
being
you won't
controlled
have
by
a
the
dick.
government. Somebody
I
can
mean,
hack you.
RoboCop is too far.
Wait.
Like RoboCop is like too far. His brain was basically fucking scrambled. There's like nothing left to the guy. Like
Wait.
that's too damn far.
What about the
We're
fact he
just
doesn't have a
talking
dick?
about giving Spin some fucking bionic legs that he's neural linked up to. And then maybe occasionally we could hack into his fucking thing and his Bluetooth on his
Stan?
legs. And, yeah.
What about the fact that RoboCop has got no dingaling, no eggplant?
How you know? It could be a hole that pops
Yeah,
up out of
I
nowhere
didn't
and
see
then
I don't think
Yeah,
if his
yeah.
brain is
Ooh.
scrambled, he ain't got no dick. Come on. Come
Oh my
on.
Yeah.
I
God.
didn't see him shooting him in the dick.
He
could
only
have a
had lungs,
stendo.
part of his face, his brain, and like his eyes. But his eyes.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and especially fuck you. You're cool.
Is Morgan Wallen a country singer?
Huh?
I mean,
Spin loves stopping the conversation.
I mean, these
I said
days,
the D word too
technically,
much, I think.
women already have sex with robot dicks, anyways.
Well, this is true.
What?
This is true.
You
It's
got
called the
dildos,
thruster.
rabbits, and thrusters. You got all this stuff. You got sex machines. You got it all.
Spittle.
Y'all already having sex with
Bad girl.
robots.
Have you ever
No,
seen
bad
those?
dragon.
Have you ever seen those dolls?
Yeah, there's like $10,000 Japanese
The
dolls.
torsos.
Oh my God. Am I lagging?
You're not lagging, but you're like moving slowly sometimes.
Frame rate.
Don't worry about it, Spin. It's just your gayness coming through the screen.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hey, Tosi, your picture looks like a cross between Keanu Reeves and Carl Urban.
Thanks. I'll take that as an absolute compliment and a win.
I mean, you know, they're both awesome fucking actors. I don't care what anybody says. Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Is that better?
Is
that better? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't call him an awesome actor. That's
I didn't say he was a good actor. I said he's an awesome actor. Arnold
would not
Schwarzenegger,
call him
awesome fucking actor. He's not a good actor, but he's an awesome
absolutely not.
Oh God, no. Arnold Schwarzenegger, no, he was not a good actor.
actor. No, not a good. He's an awesome actor. I'm making
Absolutely not. You
Have
may
ever seen
enjoy
a
the
superhero
movies.
movie?
You may enjoy the movies that he was in, but was he an awesome actor? No.
Have you ever
and
seen a
absolutely
superhero
not.
movie you made in the 90s where he was a superhero? I forgot the fucking name.
Are you talking
of
about
it.
The Last Action Hero?
Was that it? Where he was
He
dressed up in
he
red?
wasn't a superhero, but he was like a cop that, you know, he was like a cop. Like he was a movie star that played a cop, and this little kid, he had like a magic ticket from Houdini, and it actually made him go into the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was like gimmicks of the typical action movie. That's the only thing I can think of that he played a superhero back in the 90s.
Well, I was wondering if you were talking about one of his first movies. He was Hercules.
Yeah, I don't really think that's a
No, it was
superhero, right?
It was a guy that had like a little kid that had like a little red superhero doll, and he ended up dressing up as it.
Oh, you're talking about Turbo Man, Jingle All the Way. That's what it is. Yeah.
Was that Turbo Man? Yeah, I think it was Turbo
that fucking
Man.
movie was wild. It had Sinbad in it.
I just say, ta-ta, Turbo Man. No, it's Turtle Man.
Ta-ta, Turtle Man.
Yeah, that was
was fighting Santa Claus in the movie.
yeah, Sinbad. Sinbad plays the bad guy.
Good morning, Mr. Howard. Good to see you. What is I need some proofism tonight, sir. Proofism.
No, Schwarzenegger was always a bad actor, but he was just always in decent action movies.
Yeah.
You know, for the 80s. 80s was cheesy. It was a cheesy
People
era.
just love all
fucking
three.
It was
Commando.
great action
A
movies.
fucking awesome movie. Predator. Like,
They were all horrible. They were all
Yeah,
horrible.
Bad Santa was a great movie.
Like, dude,
even
even like Chuck Norris movies, they're so fucking bad.
Oh,
Hey,
Chuck
you
Norris movies are fucking bad. But the action movies from the 80s and 90s Arnie played in made top dollar fucking money. They became cult classics.
Right.
Terminator,
Chuck
yes.
Norris in the story movies like that.
I say
I'll tell
Terminator
you
was
what.
probably the best.
There's a series. There's a
Terminator
series
2.
that I'm watching right
Not
now.
over till I say it's over.
It's
How the
on.
fuck- I always wind up being on panel saying Terminator 2 is the best movie ever. Damn near every single fucking time I'm on these panels.
Terminator 2 is the best movie ever made.
Background noise going on.
Toasty.
Oh, yeah. That's my bad. I got AC running.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. There's a
Sit and
series.
sweat like the rest of
I
us.
forgot about it. My bad.
No, you're cool, dude. It happens.
You're not cool. Sit and sweat like the rest of us,
Yeah.
you pathetic.
Yeah, you're not cool like Arnold
Fuck
Schwarzenegger.
you. Fuck you. I got a golden AC, okay? It pays for itself. It even runs on its hubris. Alright, Ben. You're just mad because you can't make your AC do the same thing that mine does, which is run on its own ego.
Yes. Joshua, I would agree. Terminator 2 is better than 1, and it's the greatest action movie to ever fucking live.
Absolutely not.
Nah, we ain't gonna say the
and
best.
Turbo Man. There is a series out there that I'm watching right now. It's called oh shit. It's with Sylvester Stallone, and he's in the mafia.
Oh, yes. Fuck, I know the name of that show you're talking about.
And he's out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all that.
He goes to the
Tulsa King. It's
Yeah,
called
Tulsa
Tulsa
King.
King.
Yes. He's getting old.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Shit. No shit.
Isn't he in his like 70s or something?
I think
Dude,
so.
fucking Rocky is older than shit.
No, I know that. I'm just
Well,
saying.
how you think he's a major movie star fucking back in the 80s and he's not old
Yeah.
now?
No, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Maybe sitting down in that wheelchair, losing all that blood
Hey, guess what,
circulation to your
Skin?
head.
Metallica's on the fucking oldie station.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's fucking
Well,
funny.
so is Led Zeppelin, and that's the greatest band to ever fucking live. So
Absolutely.
I don't really want to talk about old stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
77.
Sylvester is like 75, 76. He's pretty up there because the movie was in 77. That's what Sanders is playing in the chat.
Yeah.
Rocky
Damn,
must
that
be
was
as old as
77?
Cher is.
Yeah, I'm not too
Isn't
big
he?
on Sylvester Stallone, but he gets a lot of fucking credit and respect in my book because basically, if people know this already, tell me to shut up. But they wanted to buy Rocky off of him, and he said no. I want to keep the script. I want to direct it, and I want to star in it. And quite a few studios turned him down until he actually found one that was willing to finance, while he kept basically all the fucking directing, writing, and star rights.
Pepper, Wisconsin says,
You know that he didn't want to make the movie either. He actually
He needed money. He was broke as shit.
He went to fuck, what's his name?
Hey, Chris.
Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey Burt. We went to Burt Reynolds' house. What's up, Chris Miner? He went to Burt Reynolds' house and did something to try and get Burt Reynolds to hurt him so he wouldn't have to be in the movie, so he could really bail on the movie. Yeah.
Wow.
And Burt Reynolds caught him doing it. He's like, no, you're not doing this. Hey,
Yo,
guys
you
forgot
want to know the
biggest
funniest
flaw?
fucking shit? So like I mentioned The Predator being a really great movie, but you know what's funny about that movie is Carl Weathers and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they kept on arriving
I'll
at
be
the
right
movie
back.
set earlier and earlier. Like Arnie would arrive at 5 a.m. to work out, and then Carl Weathers the next day will show up at 4. Then Arnie will show up at 3, and it's all because Jesse Ventura was amping him up. He was telling the other person, hey, you know, that guy just went and fucking worked out at 5 o'clock in the morning to get bigger than you. So, you know, Carl Arnie would be like, all right, bet. And then they showed up like an hour and a half earlier than that time the next day. They kept fucking doing that all because of Jesse Ventura.
I voted for him for governor. That guy's a hoot.
Yeah, what was that joke he said on that play? Like, goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Some shit like that.
Yeah. Ventura
Yeah,
was
that movie
great.
was
You know
great.
that Van Damme was the original Predator?
Yeah. I know a lot about that movie and T2. I try to do research
Actually,
on
no,
most
he
of my favorite
wasn't.
movies.
He denied the role because he wouldn't get enough footage of his face.
No,
was
he
not predator.
he did.
He approached him.
He couldn't handle the suit, so he ended up having to bail on it. So he was the first predator and couldn't deal with the suit.
But did you guys see the look? Did
Sanders
you
said
guys
he
see the
got
look of
fired.
it though? I'm glad he backed the fuck out because we would have never got the iconic fucking predator we got now. It was some like lizard type fucking thing when Van Damme was supposed to be in the costume.
I guess I'm not as attached to Predator as you are, sir.
Yeah, I know a lot about the Predator, the T2 franchise because they're some of my favorite movies. Yeah, I try to do research on the movies that I really fucking love. Just like Led
okay.
Zeppelin.
So you're
like I
not
said,
entirely wrong.
Led Zeppelin is my favorite band in the world, so I know basically everything about them.
I'm not wrong at all. I know.
That's funny. Sorry. I was actually looking into why Van Damme didn't do the Predator. So they said Jean-Claude Van Damme was removed from the original 1987 film Predator due to a combination of creative differences, a poorly designed original suit, and his desire to showcase his martial arts. Ultimately, producers realized they needed a much taller actor to tower over Schwarzenegger. The creative clashes, Van Damme continually attempted to incorporate kickboxing into the aliens' movements. The original suit was expected to wear a bulky, stiff, uncomfortable suit that restricted his movement and caused him to in the heat, and made it nearly impossible for him to do flips and kicks he was hired for.
Yeah.
The producers decided they needed a much larger creature. They fired Van Damme and brought in the 7'2" Kevin Peter Hall to play the iconic alien.
Van Damme had a huge ego.
Yeah, that too. That was
Well, that will happen.
shown.
That will happen when you snort fistful of cocaine on a daily basis. You know?
That's true. He was kind of cute back then, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Like when he was making that Street Fighter movie, they said that the guy was so fucking coked out he didn't know where he was most of the time. Just jacked.
Imagine just waking up and being like, "Where did this pot come from?"
At least he showed up to work. That's what we're talking about.
Well, and then what's his name? The guy that played Bison, he died during the making, and like he was half dead during the making. You got Van Damme over here so high on coke he doesn't know who he is. Fucking like that whole movie was a complete shit show.
What's that dude's name?
The dude that played Bison is the guy that played
the Adam. He was in the
Addams Family.
Yeah. Gomez.
He only did that movie because his kid was a fan of Street Fighter. That's the only reason why he decided to do the Street Fighting movie. Yeah, like Julio or some shit like that, or Rule. I don't know. He's got a weird fucking name.
Julia.
Raul Julia.
Raul.
I was basically saying both
HIV.
Yeah. Say it, Nova.
Raul Julia.
Giuliano.
Raul
He died of HIV.
That's the one.
Yeah, I saw that Chuck
Damn,
Zeddy knocked Van Damme out.
You know who I'm? You know who I'm?
Stop, Asa!
Freddie Mercury, Queen.
Great voice.
What about him?
Oh, he died of AIDS too. Yeah.
I miss his. I mean, I play his music all the time, but he would probably have come out with a hell of a lot more if, you know,
he hadn't died of AIDS.
Yeah.
Well, that's not inevitable. I mean, you don't inevitably get AIDS. That's from the life he led.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying the inevitable as he passed away.
Too much anal.
Something.
Well, yes.
Well, I mean, hey, we can't judge. Maybe he liked shooting up. You know, you can't judge the guy.
Gay.
Oh,
honey.
He was gay.
He was very gay.
No, I know that. I was trying to make a joke.
He was also a prince of a small country, but I can't remember the name of it.
Well, that I did not know.
It was a princely state. It was a princely state.
A princely state. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on Queen, but I tell you what, the last couple of years, I've really been digging Elton John. Elton John's got a lot of great fucking music. Hey, hold up, bro.
You like Elton John, huh?
Elton John's a good singer. I already said Led Zeppelin's my favorite band.
And see, this is why when the Ortho Bros left, all the trannies left, and this is why when the RNC shows up in town, the Grinder app sucks up all the internet in that town.
Hold up. Listen to I think it's called Levy Man or Leave On Man. That's a great fucking song.
I'm not listening to
like
Elton
his little
John.
Rocket Man.
No, it's not Rocket Man. I know Rocket Man. I'm not too big on Rocket Man. But no, Elton John is a great singer.
What, the Yellow Brick Road?
But my
like?
three favorite bands are Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and Styx.
Styx.
Oh,
that's an interesting combination, sir.
Come on, man. Snowblind.
I saw
Sweet Night and
Styx.
Blues.
I saw Styx. I met Styx. I saw him and I met him. So
y'all hating on my
I said I saw them and I met them, so it's okay.
Yeah, you might singularly have some of the worst taste of anybody I've ever met in entertainment.
Led Zeppelin. That's my favorite band in the world.
Yeah.
They're fucking rock gods. Now, I don't want to dive into conspiracy that there were Satanists and
they were
Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's castle and all that shit. I don't want to get into that because they make really good fucking music.
Because it's the devil music, honey.
Well, I mean, hey, look, you play
You're worshiping the devil with them.
I heard the conspiracy.
I'm starting shit. I'm just kidding.
all that music from that era was all programming. All of it. It
was all auto tune.
You need to look into the fucking Laurel Canyon crew and everything else. All that music from back then, all of it was super programming. Fucking every one of those people heavily tied into the government. Like even the Grateful Dead, their manager worked for the CIA. That was CIA LSD he was handing out to everybody.
Fucking MK Ultra.
Yep.
That is fucking scary to know that. That's one of the main reasons I don't.
No, but you would probably know the group Europe.
Yeah, what about them?
The Final Countdown.
Final Countdown. Yeah, I know who they are.
Oh, that's Europe. Okay, yeah.
That's their only like
one-hit wonder.
Yeah, it was a one-hit wonder.
What year
There's quite a few bands that got one-hit wonders.
What did she say, Ben?
What year were you born?
She said, "Why are you so white bread?"
Oh, I don't know because I haven't been out in the sun for a day yet.
Joshua, there's this tribute band called Get the Let Out. It takes 6 motherfuckers to do what 4 people did back in the day.
She asked what year you were born.
Dio rules.
It's in the back chat.
Dio, Ronnie Dio fans in my chat.
Damn,
I don't have any fans on here, man.
Oh, I got like 2 or 3 people in my chat right now. So, hi, Circuit and Jeff.
House of the Rising Sun was a good song. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that song and then I saw the video music. I was like, ain't no fucking way that dude is belching out that fucking voice. That's a great fucking song, though.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh my God, I just lost the name of the band.
Yeah, basically most of the music in the 70s and 80s that was not alternative music type, small genre music was absolute garbage. That was all programming music.
What's
the 80s music was awful, except for like fucking there was some heavy metal in there that was badass back then and freaking some other small genre music, but the majority of the music was so bad.
I mainly listened to 70s, going into the 80s and then the early 90s. The music really started fucking dying out. You get bangers every once in a while, but just the 70s ain't nobody can touch the 70s. The 80s were pretty good. The 90s.
The 80s were horrible. The 70s were horrible. By the 90s, they started taking those subgenres that were actually worth a shit and making them mainstream and making them horrible also.
What music do you like, Ben? Because I'm lost. I'm lost of what you're into. What are you into? Gangster rap? What? Gangster rap?
Yes, that is exactly what I listen to.
Okay.
He's in the Sugar Hill gang.
yeah.
West
Side, yo.
Look, Rapper's Delight, bro. That's
I listen.
Tony.
I listen to a lot of bluegrass. I listen to a lot of folk music.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of European folk music. A lot of like old Irish music and Scottish music.
What about the Scorpions?
Some heavy metal.
Hey, R.I.P. Didn't the drummer die like last year or some shit from Scorpion?
Oh my god!
I think
one of the band members died.
Yeah. Wind of Change. Yeah.
Fucking Since I've Been Loving You, that's the only song I know the name.
Yeah, I'll still be loving you.
I'll still be loving you. Well, you gotta buy me dinner first, Spin.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to quit.
I'm cheap, bro. I'm not asking for lobster. Take me to fucking Applebee's or some shit like that.
Do you have time to talk about Spin's menthols in his trunk? He would like to sell you a pack.
I don't want to talk about cigarettes, bro. I'm like going home, not smoking.
He's gonna become like a Newport Mormon. Hello, good day, sir. You have time to talk about Newport, our Lord and Savior?
We should talk about Kraut's homosexual tendencies.
Homosexual tendencies. Hey, it's 2026. You can't discriminate, bro. I'll have you cancer fast. No. Say blink.
Kraut, you're supposed to say in this situation, it's Hollywood, bro. Everybody gay once in a while.
Yeah, hey, if you wear gloves,
that's
it's not gay.
That.
If you wear gloves, it's not gay.
Yeah, Pepper, Eagles and Fleetwood Mac. Yes, I'd be fine with that.
Hey, Fleetwood Mac is good, man, but I don't know, man. Fucking Stevie Nicks is on some wild shit. Same thing with Roger Waters.
I can't stand the fucking Eagles, man.
Why? What's the matter with the Eagles? Hotel California, bitch.
It's quit saying bitch. It's really some fucking high school shit. Nobody likes it. And fucking it was a line from the Big Lebowski.
Hey, this dude in chat said it's not gay if you maintain eye contact. You see that shit, right?
In the Big Lebowski, he goes on. He gets kicked out of a cab because he asked him to stop playing the Eagles, and he hates the Eagles, and he talks about how he hates the Eagles.
I almost thought he was going to say as long as you don't cross swords, but hey.
Josh says, "Hey, how Stevie Nicks was? Hey, Stevie Nicks was my first crush ever."
She's not nice,
so much
but
better
okay.
looking than Stevie Nicks.
I won't demolish your childhood crush.
Hey, fucking Ben, The Big Lebowski is a great fucking movie. I love that. That fucking.
Does anybody remember
awesome.
Pat Benatar?
Yes, I saw.
I agree with you on this one, Kraut. That was a good movie.
It was. It was a great fucking movie.
Yes. Stop
well,
saying.
That's just like
your
opinion,
man. It's in my head already.
The fucking dude, yo, there was a religion based around that motherfucker. I think it died out.
Religion.
Yeah,
there's still a religion based around it.
Wild.
Now I'm gonna have to pay.
Yeah, the Church of the Dude.
Church of the Dude.
You can get ordained.
Yeah, you can get
it.
You can get ordained as a minister in the Church of the Dude.
My brain.
Yeah, I know. I have to do the same thing to get the song to shut up, and then it goes away. Yay!
Yep.
Otherwise, I'll have to be singing it. No, thank you.
500 Red Balloons.
Oh God!
Oh my
that
God!
German band.
I haven't heard that song in a long time too.
Y'all like some bad music.
I just remember it. I didn't say I loved it.
Well,
Damn,
I mean,
pop
it really
music's
is subjective.
horrible.
And I walk 100 miles.
Oh, is that fucking song? I first heard that from Family Guy.
1,000 more. Yes.
Oh,
Peter
my
Griffin
God.
started smacking the shit out of-
500 loft balloons. Oh my God.
Hey
It
Ben,
was
what
a good
about
song.
Simon and Garfunkel? Are they like folk music?
No.
No, that was more.
It's kind of folk
they
music.
weren't they a gospel group at one time?
Yeah, they were. They
I
were
don't remember
hippie.
that.
They were hippie music.
Okay, Simon and
That's
Garfunkel.
not what I mean by folk music.
No, but Simon and Garfunkel came
The
out with
60s
the
hippie
Sound
music
of
is not folk
Silence.
music.
Okay.
Yeah,
then,
that's their big song that everybody
yeah,
knows.
the Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound ignorant here. Though when I hear folk music, I kind of think of like folklore, like New England folklore,
Yeah,
Gothic folklore.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about. Like
Okay.
fucking old folk music. Somebody was probably playing a banjo or a fucking fiddle or something else.
Oh no shit! So you probably like that movie.
The song is a story. The song is a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marilyn Manson. Spittle says Marilyn Manson.
Like, yeah, that the 60s music was hippie music. They tried calling it folk music, but it's not really. It was just hippie music, and that stuff's garbage too.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah.
Please don't.
I hate that song.
The Disturbed version of it's pretty wicked good.
I'll start
Yes, it
singing
is.
just to get it out of here.
Yeah, that Disturbed version of that is pretty wicked good.
Stinky Paradox, bro. I'm just gonna call you Paradox. Genesis is a great fucking band. Who was the singer from Genesis? He was
Phil Collins.
Oh my fucking God. Don't even say it. Don't
First,
even fucking say it.
Wait, it was Peter Gabriel first, and then it was Phil Collins. Continue.
Yeah.
Argue
Hold up,
amongst
Stan.
yourselves.
Hold up. I bet you don't even know who was the singer for for Cream way back in the day.
I don't.
Or the
dude. So fucking my wife, she goes, we're listening to fucking Paint It Black, and my wife goes, "Oh, nice Cream," and I looked at her and I go, "With Eric," and I go, "With Eric Clapton?" She goes, "I don't know."
She knows.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm thinking of the Yardbirds. Yeah, Cream was Eric Clapton. So who was the guitarist from the Yardbirds? Spin. Since you want to clown on me, that I forgot about Phil Collins for a hot second.
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
Jimmy
I know Stan Rogers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do.
Still likes the Blue Oyster Cult. Wow.
Oh, Blue Oyster Cult is good, man. They got a couple hot songs in there.
Wow.
I like.
Yeah.
I do like Stan Rogers. Although my favorite is
Oh, there's another one in Discord.
Johnny Driftwood. Jimmy Driftwood.
None of you
my
like
favorite.
Chicago?
Chicago, I liked a lot when I was.
Wait a minute. Hey, Kraut.
Yo.
Who is the lead singer of Chicago?
I never claimed I like Chicago, so you're asking.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, prick.
There's a lot. It's a trick question.
It's Mick.
It's a trick
fucking
question.
Mick, not Frank. No, I don't know.
It's a trick question.
Sauerkraut. That's what I'm changing your fucking nickname to. Sauerkraut.
I mean, it's still
With a K.
German.
Peter Cetera.
And Steve Winwood and
The only song I know from Chicago is
yeah.
25 or 6 to 4, whatever the hell it's called, which is it's a jamming fucking song, but that's like the only song I know from them. I'm not even sure I'm saying the title right.
Yeah, Chicago
is a good band.
Chicago was the makeout music when I was in high school.
Well, I should start playing that to my wife.
Hey, Sauerkraut.
Yo,
who sang Sweet Caroline?
Oh, good God.
That's a fucking Neil Diamond.
I know.
God.
You want me to
Right?
answer?
Okay,
Neil
I'm
Diamond?
just making sure.
Come on, bro. Unfortunately, I'm not that young no more.
Oh, good God.
We already knew he was gay. Like, what do you mean you had to make sure or something?
Starts with an N, ends with a D.
You two are probably dancing while YMCA's going on and Trump's fucking so you got yeah, they're getting it. Like fucking
Do the dance.
weirdos.
Look, the first time I ever saw the Village Boys or the Village Idiots or whatever the hell they're called was
Village People.
It's Neil Diamond, honey.
That's what I said.
Sweet Caroline.
Village People.
The first time I ever
Neil
saw them
Diamond.
was on Married with Children.
Yeah. Who listened? What?
Oh.
Eminem. Spittle's all Eminem.
Village People. Yes, the Village People.
The Yardbirds. Oh, I think I might be
Rufus?
incorrect on my music knowledge right now.
Oh shit!
Well, I know Jimmy Page came from a band, and Robert Plant asked him, "Hey, I'm trying to start this shit. You want to come with me?" I thought he came from the Yardbirds. I thought Jimmy Page came from the Yardbirds, but somebody said Eric Clapton came from the Yardbirds, insinuating that I was wrong. I probably am. It's been a long time since I looked any of this shit up.
Which one of you guys listened to Devo? I know one of you did.
Oh, good God.
I listened to fucking Devo. I grew up on fucking Devo.
That Legend of Billie Jean movie was disturbing.
Billie Jean. Why does Billie Jean sound familiar?
It wasn't as hard to watch as that one with what's her name? Jodie Foster. That Jodie Foster sexual assault movie. That was that was traumatizing.
Yes,
that was
it was.
Security.
That was back in the 80s, right? 80s or 90s?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
90s, I believe.
Oh, but yeah, Jimmy Page came from the Yardbirds too.
On
so
the
apparently they
jukebox.
both did.
Yeah.
No, not Taxi on the jukebox. The Taxi was when she was a child. You know, she will not sign. She will not sign any of that stuff anymore from Taxi. She will not.
Wasn't Reagan or Nixon almost assassinated because of some fucking psycho that watched Taxi and he tried to assassinate?
Dude, you want to know something even more fucked up?
Was it?
You want to know something?
I don't think
you want to know something even more fucked up? That guy is out of prison and makes music on YouTube. The guy was I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
Really? Who did he try to assassinate though? Who was it?
It was Reagan. He shot him like 8 times. Yeah. And it was the hollow points didn't explode. It was bad hollow points.
I remember reading about how someone tried to assassinate Roosevelt and they actually shot Roosevelt, but they shot him where he kept his fucking all these stacks of papers for the speech he was going to conduct that day. So the bullet didn't go through him because of the stack of papers was that thick. And he performed his speech on the same fucking day. Teddy Roosevelt, or Theodore Roosevelt, should I say. Yeah, read about it, Spin. That's a badass fucking president right there. Getting shot and performing a speech on the same fucking day.
I bet you Trump would do it if he could.
Well, I mean, I really don't feel like having a debate like that because people in the chats will start going fucking ape shit if we mention Trump.
Trump.
Fucking
Beetlejuice. What?
Troublemakers.
Did somebody mention me? Somebody mentioned me. I heard my name. It's the chat going ape shit because shattered my golden
this is the guy that tried to assassinate Reagan.
No, he looks like a mental case, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets more views than we do.
Hey, gas mask.
He's got fucking 500,000 views on his fucking song. Like this guy.
Perro.
Like,
hey, Novastar.
Yes.
This guy literally, there's people that went into prison.
I can't hear you, honey. Spins louder.
There's people that went to prison for marijuana at about the same time that are still in fucking prison. And this guy fucking tried to assassinate Reagan and is out of prison. And
that's
and
dog shit.
Getting better views on YouTube than us.
That's the type of shit I disagree with. I don't think you should spend over a year in prison if your crime doesn't involve violence. If your crime is some stupid shit where it only affects you, you shouldn't even spend a fucking year in there. It's fucking stupid. Somebody in the chat said you can make him a MAGA supporter or some shit like that.
I can convert somebody. Okay.
Apparently.
How do I do this? What did I do? Tell me.
I don't know.
Peter Cetera. Yeah, Peter Cetera.
Yeah. That's the type of shit I don't agree with. Motherfuckers get locked up for years when they got a couple ounces of weed, but murderers, they get 5 to 10 sometimes.
Dude, I got 8 years fucking for less than a pound of weed. Well,
Yeah,
less than
that's fucking outrageous.
half a pound.
That's
I lost
ridiculous.
8 years of my life for less than half a pound.
I'm sorry.
And I
that
use it
sucks.
medically. It's South Dakota was what it was back then.
Way philosophy says SCN looks like Nova's sister.
I have a better act though, and I don't wear as much makeup.
That's a lot of
freaking makeup. Yeah. Hey, Christy, welcome in, and Jason. Everybody, remember to hit the like and the subscribe.
Wow.
Butthole Surfers and Skinny Puppy, I remember them.
Oh my gosh, I do too.
Fuck.
What have been?
Old-fashioned MTV right there.
Wow.
Did one of them sing Detachable Penis?
I think so. Here, let me look it up real quick. I shall look.
Detachable Penis.
Joshua, I do not look like Bernadette Peters, and I know who that is. Thank you. That's mean.
Yeah, you're a beautiful woman.
Thank you, ma'am. And you've got a beautiful smile. King Missile. That can't be right. That must be a cover. Hold on.
No, that is right. Yeah, I do remember that.
That is
now.
right? Oh,
yeah.
gosh. Okay.
I was for like a year. I lived in fucking Longmont, Colorado when I was in junior high, and that's where I fucking heard all that. And also, that's when 2 Live Crew came out.
Yep, that's another one-hit wonder.
Hit wonder. They weren't one hit. They had a shit ton of fucking big songs.
What?
They were fucking giants for quite a while, and then gangster rap took over.
You're talking about 2 Live Crew right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have one of their records, or not records, cassettes way back in the day. They had this one piece on there.
What?
It was called
No NWA?
Yeah, just type in 2 Live Crew Dirty Nursery Runs. But I heard a lot of those motherfuckers in that band got in trouble for doing some wacky shit. So I haven't listened to them in years.
Dude, every band does crap. That's just part of why I'm against mainstream music. Like, have you ever stopped and listened to the lyrics to most of those songs? The number of songs that are about like having sex with underage girls is shocking. Abso-fucking-lutely shocking. The number of songs like the one that shocked me the most is when that fucking Pumped Up Kick song became mainstream, and I'm walking around listening to that, and I'm like, holy fuck, a song about glorifying school shootings? Are you kidding me? What the hell is even happening right now?
I don't even know. I don't even want to know.
Dude, people don't listen to the words of songs.
Can you understand what they're saying though? That's the biggest issue. Can you understand them?
Well, most girls, for starts, just feel the beat, and they don't really hear the words of the song. And I learned that back in the 90s when they had this game where you had to like do the lyrics to songs, and girls always would just freak out. And like every girl I've ever known, because I tend to, if I'm gonna have a relationship, it's with a pretty with a fucking like straight edge girl. And they love these songs and don't even know what they're about. Like this one girl I was dating, we played that game, and it was that "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go." She had no idea that.
Oh God, Wham.
George Michael.
Yeah.
Wham? No, that was Wham.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
the
loved
Wham. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Wham
She
first.
loved that fucking song. Had no idea it was about cocaine. Like,
No, Ice Cube came from NWA, Josh. That's why Ice Cube came from NWA. Same
Howard,
thing
I'm
with
going to
Michael.
need some proofism that it's deleting your brain cells, sir. Proofism.
that's what I'm saying, Howard. It's meant to do things to your brain and program your brain. It's all garbage. Like Freddie Badger is my favorite contemporary singer.
Anybody up here heard of Wishbone Ash?
No.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither.
What's up for the win?
Oh, to win in the
Hang-
house.
Just hanging out. How are you guys?
How's your chicken foot?
It's like the same thing. I mean, it's getting better, but it's the same fucking thing where it's sore by morning, and then as the day goes, it gets better and better and better, and then see how tomorrow goes. But
What happened to your foot, bro?
2 Fridays ago, I think you were on that panel, Kraut. I went downstairs to go do laundry, and I missed the very last step to the basement. And I just kind of stepped into the abyss and
help by falling, and I
rolled-
can't get up.
Damn. That sucks.
How'd you get in a wheelchair? How'd you get in a wheelchair, Spin?
He looked up. He tried to save up. Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Hey, bro, what the fuck, bro? That's a crack whore.
Good God.
That's a crack whore, man, or a fucking lot lizard.
Lot lizard.
I worked at a truck stop years ago, man. Someone accused me of being a fucking lot lizard for some reason.
John Malkovich.
I don't usually hear John Malkovich. Usually it's Floki from Vikings, as everybody says usually, but I could see John Malkovich in some of his that he has a beard.
That dude is actually so tall. He's like
Yeah.
or 7, maybe.
Yeah, except for Floki's substantially taller than me. Actually, one time at a Renfest, some people had me oversee their little wedding thing because they thought I was Floki. Like, no, that dude's like,
hey, security.
don't interrupt and then stop. You need to get some headphones or something.
My fault.
Go ahead, Kraut.
No, I was just gonna say that security, that video he's got, he needs to have that trans Trump pick up a cigarette off the ground. That'll be perfect.
Don't give him any more fucking ideas.
What's in your hard drive, sir?
What is in your hard drive?
No, yeah, Ben, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. I got ADHD.
He's got tatas and titties in his mind or something.
Actually, I'm more of a ass
Should have
person.
came and hung out with me today. You would really be scarred.
Well, we knew that. You're a MAGA guy.
No, actually, no, I'm not. I have never claimed to be MAGA. I'm not even a Republican.
So
Actually,
what did you guys
Just another wishy-washy independent.
Actually, no.
Hey, I
it's funny.
resemble
So-
that comment, sir.
Hold up. No, it's funny. When says that.
It sounds like you guys just like to dip your toe in the water. We don't want to take a side.
By wishy-washy, he means you don't approve of one of the 2 shitty candidates put up, but he does.
Well,
in your opinion.
I've always considered myself.
I mean, if you want to say that of yesteryear, of like Al Gore and George W. Bush, you're damn tootin' straight, man. I give you that. I concede that. But Trump,
that was the
different.
most boring election that has ever been.
I think it's funny
They're
Ant just
lucky.
popped up because he actually had me reconsider my party affiliation. I've always considered myself to be a conservative, but me and Ant were talking the other day, and he's like more independent, and like he's got different views on different shit. So I since I've been on these peer panels, I've been hearing all types of different political views, most notably independence. So I started looking up independent conservatives, liberalism. And I don't know, man. From what I'm reading, I feel like I am more independent conservative rather than just straight up conservative. Based on
and the correct word is liberalism, not liberalism. Okay,
hey, man,
not lism,
hey,
sir.
Well, it's honestly
That's like
one of
somebody
the,
with the tism, with the
it's
lism.
fine. It's fine if you're going to take, and say I'm more on the conservative side or whatever, but you're definitely better off than that. Because the problem is the other people, they're partisan dipshits, and they're the ones who are flushing our country down the toilet because no matter how bad something their side does, they come up with a dumb fuck excuse for it. And both sides do it. And then they point their finger at the other side and say, your side does it worse. And because that both sides will forgive anything because it's a partisan thing. So it's whatever their team does and says is okay. And that's just absolute stupidity. That's
well, and Ben, to your point, I would absolutely agree with you. Like that's been the case for the last 60, 80 years until Trump came on the scene. When Trump came on the scene, he was the status quo changer. And it's not like you can change.
He was the pretender. He was
all
the
that
pretender.
stuff overnight.
He tried to pretend like he was an outside candidate because the country wanted an outside candidate very badly at that point in time because people were tired of partisan politics. So he came out and pretended like he wasn't one of them. And he does have, I will give you, some different masters than what we've normally been dealing with. But for all practical purposes, like he drained the swamp and then brought in back fucking all the Bush era guys back in. Like it's fucking hilarious.
Well, I would disagree.
Lie more.
I would disagree with that because this is a war, and that when you listen to him, like there's very, very, very few people he actually really throws under the bus. But take people like Lindsey Graham, for example. He goes, "Oh, he does a great job," and it's like the fuck he is. This guy's nuts. He's a major rhino, know. So like, part of his art of the deal is that you don't necessarily just throw people under the bus and just burn a bridge, because you're going to use them in some way, shape, or form later on. And I think that people like Lindsey Graham,
drain the swamp was his campaign promise, because this is his first term, not this term we're talking about. This term we can talk about that he's broken every single campaign promise that he made, which is why the entire middle all left and despise him at this point. And he's got just abysmal numbers, and the only people standing by, only according to anybody, and the only
that's my point, Ben, is that polls are not the end all be all, dude. Like the people that make the polls are corrupt themselves.
Talk to people. Only the crazed MAGA fucks think Trump is okay. Nobody else is happy with him because
we actually see the long game, the end game with all of this. He's still not done, dude.
No, because
it's like no, it's not being a partisan hack. It's that you're trying to call the game at halftime, and there's still a second half yet to be played, man.
He broke every campaign promise that he made.
No new wars.
Single one. No new wars. The economy's not better. Fuck the people that why are assholes even asking?
What has he always said about energy?
Why are assholes even asking about the
everything revolves around energy.
Literally everything that he promised, he has fucking done the opposite. Unless you're Israel, then he's bent over and given you everything.
And Israel hasn't gotten everything.
Sure have. You should go ahead and check out the money that they've gotten sent under Trump. Like I very clearly remember the day Trump touted how much Doge saved the American people, and then gave a check for the same amount to Israel. Like, awesome. Good for Israel.
And again, and right now, as the scores settle, as it stands right now, I'll concede. I'll say the way it looks right now. Yeah, I can see how you're saying these things, but you got to watch how the rest of this thing plays out, because the last year and a half, he set up the entire chessboard for where we actually are right now. And when every day passes, it's all these little things that are happening in the background that those things would have never, ever happened. I mean, just take, for example, the arrests that the FBI is making right now and everything that they've been doing. Like the FBI's of the past don't do those things.
Elaborate.
When Kash Patel was in front of Congress against whatever congressman trying to call his ass out, and he just rattled on all the statistics of everything that the FBI has done in the last year and a half. They're all career records. I think he said like it started with like 7 of the top 10
That's
are
not
arrested.
very helpful in a debate situation, bro.
Well, I understand, but I'm trying to tell you that that list that I'm referring to, when you read off that list, I don't have it in front of me, but when you read that off, it is pretty remarkable. It is better than any
You
other.
understand that the thing that we wanted Kash Patel to do, and the thing that Trump promised, was to go after the people who are the clients in the Epstein list. Because funny enough, there's been 2 people that have been arrested for trafficking. One very suspiciously self-deleted, and the other is still in prison. And somehow there is no arrest of a client
yet. And like we've said, and I think we both have admitted too, Ben, that when that list is fully released, it's going to be pure chaos. It's going to be pandemonium. There's going to be people on both sides of the aisle, and a lot of people are going to go down. And like I've contended, is that when that type of disclosure happens, the country has to be in the correct place, not just economically, but politically, but in all facets around everything.
Before we get rid of the kitty touchers that are in charge, what are these qualifications? Because I got to tell you,
sure, okay. I mean, I would say that if you want to go after these, if you want to go after those people right now, just because quote unquote Epstein's dead doesn't mean that this shit isn't still happening to this day. The cartels are trafficking people right now. So like when you want to take like the Shield of Americas, when you have the whole northern or the Western Hemisphere in alignment, 17 countries to root our hemisphere of these cartels, he's rooting it out from the ground floor.
I mean, you don't gotta look into Mexico. Like there's those things exist all over in the country. Hell, look, remember when Denny Hassert got busted for a whole sex ring with little boys? Remember when they were taking the young male prostitutes to the White House for the RNC and letting them tour the White House before buggering these young kids? Like this is kind of a thing, and we should maybe make a real big thing, an example out of the ones that are involving themselves in it, so that way those type of people go away.
Well, and I agree with you, Ben, and I think that's going to come in due time. I mean, just like the Supreme Court decisions are going to be coming down Monday and Tuesday, and then they're going to be out of recess for the summer, unless if probably more election stuff is going to be needed from them or something like that. Like we have some big ones: mail-in balloting, firing that lady at the Federal Reserve, birthright citizenship. And last night we had the question, like, I think Joe Cool was talking about like the 10 years, the people that have been here for 10 years, what do you do with these people? I mean, they haven't committed a crime. Should we just let them stay or should they go or whatever, what have you? And the answer with that is that if that person had a kid, that kid gets birthright citizenship because Trump in his ruling laid down that specific date of like February, what I read, it was like February 18th of 25 when he made that. So anytime, if you were someone born in this country before that date, you're golden. But afterwards, that's where his contention is.
There's another plank promise. Trump actually didn't do shit for deporting people and actually sat in front of the country and said, well, some of my wealthy friends, they have a lot of Mexicans working for them. I found that out, and they said, I don't want to lose all my workers, so we're not going to deport those guys.
Well, and going forward, Ben, you have to realize too that where we are with all the trillions of debt right now, there's going to be a major reckoning with the whole financial system.
Oh, I
And
do
what was
realize
interesting was that there was a Trump truth, like I think he said this about 2 months ago, where he was saying that he was going to be using tariffs.
There's another 200 trillion. We got 40 trillion that they tell you about the national deficit, but then we have another 200 trillion in unfunded liabilities, which means this is money that just hasn't fucking been added to the national debt yet, but is absolutely spoken for, and we have to pay, and we don't have the money to pay it. And we're paying $1 trillion a year now in interest to the Fed. So,
and my answer to that would be when you look at executive orders 13848 and 13818, it's about foreign interference in our elections, and then abuses against human whatever. It's like it covers all the trafficking, all that stuff, and it basically says is that if you fucked with our elections, your stuff becomes our stuff. If you're involved in human trafficking or any of this other diddler shit, your assets become our assets. So when we're talking about the left and the right and these major players that are quote unquote being not named right now, I do believe they're going to be named because those executive orders were passed in Trump's first term, and that Biden extended them each one of those years that he was in office, and Trump has still continued to extend those executive orders as well too. They mean
so we're 10 years later and nobody gets busted. Are we waiting for them?
Well, Ben,
I was going to ask that.
And I would say that we've been under control of this Leviathan for the last 150 years. You can't just take down a deep
why
state
would you
overnight.
be confident that the names were going to come out
time,
there?
Dude. And look at how many people that have resigned from Congress, not seek re-election, all of these things. He has slowly, methodically removed all of those people. And we've gotten to this point where we are. So like when you're bitching and moaning about Iran, I contend that he didn't do this shit for the last 10 years just to get stalled on Iran. There's a mastermind plan behind all of this, and you just have to have faith, dude. And even if you want to bitch about the super system or the third party,
because I'm not a partisan hack, I don't have faith.
And you know what? And that's fine, because you're still going to wake up tomorrow in the same exact position you are today, with or without his help right now. So, in other words, you need to have faith in the guy. Otherwise,
why would that
we're
help?
all fucked. Like I said before, I'll see you in the gulag, dude. Because what do you think? Like some independent guy or some guy that you say, yeah, he's going to stand up for us. He's going to do a better job than Trump at this point. It's Trump or bust, baby. I'm sorry. He is the last shining hope.
You could not possibly do any worse than Trump. It would be statistically impossibly by any metric to do worse than Trump. Yeah.
I think you could, but it'd be pretty tough.
It'd be hard. You know.
I mean, take for example.
That's a pretty high bar he sets.
I mean, just take, for example, the Democrat Party, like them going forward for 28. The leadership in that party is complete dog shit.
The leadership in the Republican Party is complete dog shit. I don't know. 28.
I would agree. Minus MAGA.
I wouldn't even begin to guess who's gonna be the dominant leaders for 28. I couldn't even begin to guess.
I would start with it's going to be Trump, dude, because of the stolen 2020 election. The other night,
got 2 elections. It doesn't matter whether a third was stolen. You can only serve 2 terms, dude.
You know what? When Tiffany's gets robbed of its diamonds, the robbers have to return the diamonds. And this metaphor is that election. They stole it. They have to be returned.
The Constitution says you can only serve 2 terms. Well, 2.5 if you're a vice president and the president passes away for some reason, and you take over as president and actually there's a certain duration in there, and I can't remember what the exact duration is, but if it happens before that, it triggers a re-election. If it happens after, the vice president can take over as president to finish out the duration of that term, and then possibly he could go 2 more elections. After FDR, this was made law. That cannot be broken. Trump cannot run in 2028 without the fucking Congress going and changing the Constitution. And for you to get fucking 75% of Congress has to pass it. Good fucking luck.
As Congress currently stands, I would agree with you.
But
think you're going to do where the shit in the midterms?
Well, in other words, in 2020, those people certified a stolen election, they're going to be held responsible for what they did. And that's going to be a large number because there are a lot of people in that specific election.
Terms, dude. I don't even disagree with you about the stolen election. Is what's fucked up. I agree that fucking 20 million is too much of an anomaly. They would have broken somebody's knees for that in Vegas. Like that is too much.
What happened with 20 million? Y'all said 20 million votes came up.
I would look at the law of war manual.
No, there was a 20 million jump in votes. So if you look at before the 2020 election, there's a very slight, very even incline in the number of voters. And then all of a sudden in the 2020 election, it went whoop. Like it jumped.
Wait. That in itself is not enough for me to even begin to stolen election, right? You got other evidence that can't be it, or that can't be your best evidence, though, right?
But for most people that would be evidence because it's a statistical anomaly that's near impossible. 18 million, and we're talking about over the entire course of our history. It had held this nice, even, little smooth thing, and then in 2020 it went bam. Like
Can't think of no reason why that wouldn't happen. I don't know.
I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Yeah,
but
and that was the first election that it became apparent to the people, though.
But Trump.
But this is your evidence. This won't win in the court, man. This is it. Stolen election. That's it. The jump in the numbers.
11.3 under a belligerent occupation. These people were under a belligerent occupation of holding America hostage.
Who's holding America hostage?
So the people that were in Congress certifying
most popular candidates that's ever been, dude. The guy has tried.
I agree.
He's been horribly unpopular, and it's wild the things that they tried to do with the black community in that, because Biden was a raving racist. Like the three.
Both ours.
Like he was a raving racist,
sniffing babies and girls and shit.
I think you've said before, Ben. Like, haven't you said like you don't really subscribe to the notion that was a fake Joe Biden? It was an actor or something.
No, I said actually that's one of the replacements you convinced me of, because Senator Biden back in the day, I don't remember which way it was. One of them has unattached earlobes, and then if you look at the current pictures, it's attached, or it's the other way around. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does one of them have unattached earlobes and one of them have attached earlobes? That makes
right. Okay. So I was going to say along those lines is knowing kind of like what we've seen to this point now, and you go back to that 2020 election, how goofy was it that the dude was campaigning from the basement now? It looks even weirder. Granted COVID, granted all that stuff, but it's like that dude got more votes than any president in history, 81 million, and he campaigned from the basement. Come the fuck on.
Yeah, that whole thing's suspicious as hell. But then the whole reason I don't go bang on about it though is because you can't convince me both sides don't cheat like hell. Like I don't think any election is real for a very long time.
Sure. So like when you say like Republicans, Democrats, and specifically the Republican Party, I don't align with that Republican Party. I agree with the MAGA faction of the party, which is becoming the very majority of it now. That party is completely shifted.
What's the distinction?
You have now, like for example, like in New York, in the state legislature, you had a bunch of Democrats come out on Friday say that
he's comparing rhinos to MAGA. MAGA is like the new Tea Party.
Well, okay. In a sense, right? But if you had to split it up into factions of the Republican Party, is it fair to say that it's just rhinos and MAGA, or would you say it's Republican, rhino, and MAGA?
At this point,
Trump, you know what I mean?
At this point, Trump's driven out anybody that's not basically bowed and kissed the ring. So I would have to say
he's getting there fast.
Right. Take a look at John Thune. Like John Thune is a rhino. Would you agree with that?
John Thune's definitely a rhino. Yeah.
To be clear,
and Trump had his back for putting him in that position. Right? So like I was saying before, it's part of the deal, part of the war of things, where sometimes you need to put your enemy in that position to expose
John,
them and show them to the light ultimately to say,
well, and then
hey,
putting
people,
John Thune in that
they say
position.
they're Republican, but he's not. Like, he's clearly a rhino. And
What did you
he's
say,
been
Kraut?
exposed as such, and we've seen that now.
A rhino is a fake Republican, right?
No, it's an old school Republican. So like the problem is that the rhinos are basically the ones that have been in office longer than most of us have been alive, and fucking guys like that. So their agenda is an agenda that is died years ago. The same way that like coming up as soon as the baby boomers die, this is part of why there's such a heavy Israel push right now. Because if they don't get this done now, when the baby boomer generation's gone, so is their support. Because Gen X don't give a fuck about
for
Israel.
the wank. Can I assume that you support the
agree
war
with that.
terror and you just support
one of
Trump
the
shit?
things that was really interesting after the whole Charlie Kirk debacle, and I still believe he's alive actually, but regardless of that point, my fear was after that whole thing happened on how Turning Point USA created a chapter in virtually every high school in the country now.
Yeah.
And my fear is that if, Israel co-opted
And
Turning
college.
Point, they have, in a sense, like a grip on our youth. And that does kind of freak me out. So
I think he was too
but
shot in the neck.
I still think that there is a reckoning for Israel, and I think that they can't control themselves. And I think we're going to see some exposure from them where they're going to start acting even more AWOL because, up until this whole thing in February with Iran, like it really did look like Trump was kissing the ass of Israel's feet. But I think it's the same kind of in line of how he put Thune in charge like that. Like sometimes you have to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, kind of a thing. And I think that's
What are you
he did
saying?
with
Break
Israel
it
there.
down. I don't understand what you
And it's
just
one of those
said
things
there.
where, like, I do believe that with World
He
War
signed an executive order that said if you try to embargo Israel, you're cut from federal funds. He's made more laws in this country for Israel by executive order or executive orders than any president ever has.
What do you mean? It
like I was
used to
saying
look
before,
like
keep your
he
friends
bowed.
close, but
It
your
still
enemies
look like he
closer.
bows his foot to
Would it be fair
Israel.
to say if he can give it, he can very well taketh away?
Why would he taketh away? He's married into the Chabad fucking small hats. Like the most of the freaking small hats, they are the crazy ones.
Sure, but I do think I do think it's one of those things though that there's a version of Israel that it needs to be protected because of the Holy Land of what that area represents. Israel as a nation
And
state
there's the
created
problem.
out of World War II is the problem. It's just like how we have a deep state in our country. There's a faction of a deep state running that country in China and all these other countries that he's rooted up. Like I was saying with North Korea, for example, the other night, how he removed those bad actors of the CIA pulling the strings on Kim in the first term. That's why Kim loves him so much.
God.
That's why the media absolutely assassinated him over it in the first term with North Korea.
I feel like I'm in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from, man. I mean, it's surface level stuff.
You're totally in the religion of it, and you even say you have to have faith. And the fact is from anybody that's even middle ground, which is what I am, fucking there's none of his moves without, if you take away the religion of it, none of them are explained.
None of it's smart. You wouldn't be saying all of it's smart
my
unless you
understanding
had
of the
that
premise of World
religious
War
part.
III was that they were going to nuke an American city and they were going to take Israel off the map. Their whole plan was to have a one world government and a one world religion. If you nuke Israel, that Holy Land off the map, one world religion is very feasible in my mind with
For the win. Can you even hear me?
Of course of time. And it's the same thing when you kind of look at things.
Is my mic working?
Europe completely sold out all of their energy policy.
I don't think.
Finishing talking, Joe. He's just not letting you.
You can't hear me. Okay.
Can you hear Joe for the win?
I can't. No.
You probably need to go out and come back in so you can hear Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think he meant to be rude and shit like that.
Oh, I can hear you now, brother.
All right, great. All right. I will have questions for you.
I had like a little play button. I tapped the play button on the stream on my phone here. What's up, Joe?
I don't remember. I had like 8 times I was trying to erupt on some of the different things that she said.
I was like, man, this is such a nice one-on-one, and no one else wants to chime in. Here's Joe. I was trying to tell you something 8 times. Sorry, man.
Yes. Okay, I know some of it was you said you used to believe it. It used to look like Trump was a puppet for Israel. What do you mean used to, right? Isn't that like what changed?
Well, okay. So like, I was kind of thinking in my head, like when Mark Levin was hugging him on stage, and he's like, he's the top Jew, he's for us, he was all that and everything. And Mark Levin is a fucking crazy person, and it's like you're gonna align with that crazy person, dude? That's fucking whack. But that's what I was trying to say, is that you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And I do believe that there's going to be a decoupling from this Israel thing altogether as well, too, because you can't be America first and Israel first at the same time. It's either one or the other.
You noticed that.
So which one is it?
Always keep crazy in front of you.
That's right. At least Levin was a constitutional attorney, lawyer. So that's all I can say about the guy. I'm going to go here in a minute. I've had a long day, so I need to go.
Nobody.
Good night, Star.
Good night.
Good night, Star. Good night, Star.
Good night.
If I can't hear anyone because she left, let me know.
Yeah, she did leave.
Yeah.
I can hear Joe still. We're good.
Yeah. Spin, I put your name in the next video, man. Be out in a few days, man.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Look, I want to review it. I'd love to review it over.
Night, Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, look who has arisen from the depths.
Hold
of
on.
hell.
Hold on.
Well, now that the scary titties are gone, Clay can come up.
Both have red hair.
Hey, Spin, I'm fixing to get off.
Alter ego.
All righty, Kraut. We'll see you later, brother.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is why somebody on Discord like yesterday asked to debate like pro Democrats, pro Republicans, basically saying like which parties does bad things, which party does good things, and I actually declined that because it'll basically be whataboutism. That's why I totally understand where Ben is coming from. No, you don't even have to know politics to realize no politician is going to do 100% everything you want or everything right for the country. So at the end of the day, a debate like that will basically be whataboutism. I'm willing to debate like which party has more racist tendencies, Democrats, but other than that, it's basically all whataboutism. I was going to say
it's
something
like
else
Kurt
about that.
Metzger says. Republicans it's like Kurt Metzger says. Republicans are openly racist and closet homosexuals, and Democrats are open homosexuals and closet racists.
I go for that.
Right.
That part is true.
Yes.
All right, it's 50. Hey, I'll agree half with that. But I mean,
that's the half and half he's talking about.
I don't know, man. If you look at history, but hey, man, this debate was it was fun, man. It was a nice little change of pace.
I did see something, and as it did suck, I missed Nova. That's all right. I'll catch her on the next one. But Joe, you know who Michael Eline is, right?
Yeah, attorney.
Right. So Alan Beck is his friend.
Okay.
Alan Beck's the guy who's heading up that Second Amendment case that you guys were talking about.
Which one? I talk about a lot of. I don't know which case.
So the 6-3 decision?
Oh, I never got to there. I just read the thing. Since I've been here, they ain't said a word about the case.
It's funny because when I had just woke up, right, and I seen you guys were live, and then I scrolled it back. I always do that to see what you guys are talking about. First thing that Ben mentions is the Hawaii case, 6-3 decision, and I'm like, Hawaii? That's Beck. That's Eline's friend. Yeah, so
the one for the concealed carry.
The concealed carry. That's
Oh,
Alan
nice.
Beck. Alan Beck.
Nice.
I've been on panel with him. I've talked to him in chat. You know, he's a short kind of he's kind of got the nasally voice, but he's a constitutionalist. He is more educational. He is obviously one of the best, the top 2A attorneys out here in one he's on the YouTubes, you know, sometimes with Eline, but in the courts for sure. The guy's genius, right? And you can see that he's a patriot.
Clay.
He loves this country. He did really good.
Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor? Can you mute yourself, shut your camera off, and call me? I would never ask to do this. I need you to call me.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I've oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
All right.
I'm pretty sure
over for a minute. I'm pretty sure Spin's about to show Clay his hemorrhoid.
I got a question for you guys. It's something I want to get into.
I was expecting a Joe Cool laugh after that. We didn't get it. I'm disappointed.
I didn't hear it. I was on the phone. I got a call. My brother's my birthday. I don't know if I think I probably told y'all that. I'm high. My brother saying happy birthday. So I didn't hear what you said, but it was something I wanted to ask you, Kat. Since the guy Andy, since Clay is up here, is Clay still up here?
No, him and Spin popped in and said Clay needed to get out and shut his camera and his mic off. He had to show him something. And I said that Clay, and then I said that Clay's about to see Spin's hemorrhoid. And there's the Joe laugh we were expecting.
And don't bother asking.
What up, Pharaoh? I didn't see you either. I'm really high. I could barely see, period. But I think I want to save my shit. No, I'll start it with you, Cats. Balderson for the win. And you'll add to. Okay. The guy yesterday, Andy. I was thinking, Andy can't answer some questions. Right.
Yeah.
Because
some of the shit you're trying to drag him into, you know, what that we will drag him into.
Okay. Wait. Let's take Andy out because it's going to be emotional. I think if I do Andy now, let's just say a politician.
Yesterday was the first time I ever met him.
Right. I shouldn't have stuck him in there anyway. A politician, because I'm talking in the philosophical. He just made me think of this. And me and him talked about this yesterday. You'd have been there. But let's say any politician. I'm about to make the argument that it's inherently fucked up. It's logical. I'm gonna use him again as an example. Andy could not have said certain things and progress further. Any politician would have to do that shit. Inherently, doesn't that mean that this profession that we are going into says we cannot be honest? Is that the simple truth of it?
It is, but it isn't. If you're gonna play inside the system, it's the truth. If you're a true outsider, if you're a true outsider candidate that's having a grassroots movement through the support of the people and no support of the system, you could very possibly get yourself in and make real changes through huge grassroots support. And I think if a person was going to do that, now would be the time, because through social media, there's a freedom in order to try and catch the attention of the people without being affiliated with the parties that wasn't there before.
You drug my question so far away. I bet you don't even remember where it was at.
Would it be fair to say that?
Yes, I do. That he could say certain things and couldn't say certain things because that he has to sit inside this system. And I'm saying that through an extreme grassroots support system where he doesn't need any affiliation with any of the current system, he could say those things, but he would have to be heavily favored by the public, independent of any other support.
Yeah, inside the system, you cannot speak out against it. Outside
Yeah.
the system, you can, but you still need the support of the people in order to be successful.
Yes, that is what I was saying, the short and simple of it. Thank you for summarizing.
Well, it sounds like to be a politician, you're trying to change it from inside the system.
Well,
and
there's a possibility
Perro is
for an
saying that's
outside
not a
candidate.
thing.
Trump
Outside
pretended like
candidate, he's an outside candidate to get in the system.
Right, but if you keep the support, so the reason that these people play ball with the RNC is because they can, or the DNC, either way, they have to keep getting the support of the system. If you're,
You know, I understand how these things work. Yes.
If your only support system is the voters, then you don't need those guys.
So you must lie.
Would a good example be Spencer Pratt in LA? He's in a sense running against the current establishment system there. I mean, he's a household name being a reality star still, so at least people know the guy, but he's not like a nobody like the guy we had on last night.
And he probably spoke his mind.
The type of race he's running out there in LA, I think is a model of what you're saying. He's killing it on social media. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. And he probably spoke his mind. I remember him as a guy who speaks his mind.
Yeah. And again, that is a possible thing now because of social media, where before the RNC and the DNC had a contract with the major media companies, and only people allowed to speak were them. You know, they put in.
Bartison, let me ask you again. I want my question better answered. I think that when I asked my question, your answer was, well, it's possible. Well, anything's possible. So I'm not happy with that answer. In order to become a politician, damn near, ain't it certain that I will not be able to tell the truth about things? And the step after that is lying about things.
I mean, for your own safety in your life.
What I'm saying is, and it's been a few years, but every so many years a character pops up in the mainstream media. So I will name you 3 characters in your and my lifetime, Joe, that have upset elections and damn near taken them. Ross Perot, Ralph Nader, and Ron Paul. Fucking by the time Ron Paul got around to it, they had put so many laws into place that even though Ron Paul even made all the qualifications to get on the main stage, they wouldn't let him. Now that's worked for them up until now. Now with social media, if another rich person or well-backed person who has Ron Paul was end the Fed was his big thing. Or not end the Fed, audit the Fed. And he wanted to end it and bring back American dollar. But another strong candidate like that, or a wealthy one like Ross Perot, comes in and goes through social media, I think they have a strong chance. I think most of the country hates the Democrats and the Republicans at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. The first part of that, definitely the strong character. And then when you add the second part, the rich guy alone, that won't do it. But when you throw in social media, now suddenly it perhaps comes feasible.
Right. Yeah. Money's not everything, because like Tom Steyer, Michael Bloomberg, you know, if you have a shitty platform, the people aren't going to be for it. You have to have something like you're saying.
Everything in order to be
standing up for
successful
something.
must be based in truth. It just seems so logical to me. I've always preached that. I got a buddy who preaches that shit with me. And it strikes me that, you know, every politician, I hate them. I hate them. And you know why? It's because they're dishonest. It's because when the other guy does something good, I can't say it. And that's at best. At worst, it's you don't see it. Everything the other guy does is bad. Then you get to acting weird, and you know, it just ruins everybody and makes my life fucking miserable. Politicians too. Because they lie. They're not honest. It's a mythical shit when you stop being honest. Good that you're here. I barely hear you, but I wanted to hear your input.
Okay, let me make sure. Is this better?
Yeah, it's probably because it's just you could still turn it up. So
Could I? Let me double check that.
He's a real mic and get rid of that rock band shit.
Oh, it was turned down. I don't go many places now.
Yeah, I would even say actually the year that I noticed that change was Bernie Sanders. I believe that had Bernie Sanders manager took all of his progress and put it into the mainstream media. I believe had he tripled down on social medias and went independent, Bernie Sanders would have taken that.
that's a great argument, Joe, because that's the way it would have happened in the rap world or another world. You the movie world, you'd have went independent fully. And then they'd had to come to you. You wouldn't have sold out beforehand and went over to them.
Yeah.
So I am back. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Well, hold on. I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but it's big.
Hemorrhoid, we know.
Bernie Sanders. I was saying
He already told us it was a hemorrhoid. Clay he told us already.
It's big and it's good. It's not bad. So, yeah, when he comes back, I'll let him get into it. But yeah, super exciting news coming. But go ahead, Joe.
All right, Clay, and you guys don't interrupt because I'm going to ask Clay a slightly different question. It's going to sound exactly the same. Clay, Andy isn't here entering into a profession where you are not allowed to tell the truth.
Ooh, man.
I love that you at least thought about it like that. I love it.
You are allowed to tell the truth.
No, you're not.
I'm not going to say he's not allowed to tell the truth.
He wasn't yesterday. Were you here? I pinned him and everybody wrestled me to the floor. And then this guy said he is not allowed to say those things because he might get clipped.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't mean he's required to talk. He's allowed to tell the truth. Like it just as like he's.
That wasn't a problem with him telling the truth. That was just a matter of getting him to say certain phrases so that he can be clipped out of context.
Yeah,
and you have it used against him in his campaign. That's all he was concerned.
Truthful phrases. Yeah.
Also, just because he won't tell you something doesn't mean he can't tell the truth on something else. Right?
Sure. Okay, to a degree, I'll give you that. But yes, you cannot make it dancing like that. You cannot make it be your thing, be avoidance. If I ask you, man, can I have an AK? In order to get the job, you have to dance. It's an unworthy fucking profession.
The problem, and I actually have the same problem in debates and discussions and conversations, is the hypotheticals themselves. And I tell people I hate hypotheticals because hypotheticals is a way to get you to say something out of context. So I'll give you a perfect hypothetical.
Only if you fear the truth.
Every single paradoxical hypothetical that is presented, like for instance, the one where it's four guys on the track versus one baby on the track, right? Or four pregnant mothers versus or one pregnant mother versus 100 solid good people that you know. Right. These are hypotheticals that can't be won. And
that's why it's not a battle.
That means you want pregnant women to die, or that means you want all your good friends to die. That's
right. If you tell the truth, you pay a price. So you learn not to tell the truth. That's what he's getting into a profession of. If you tell the truth, you'll pay a price.
You missed the point. Is that
you missed the point. This is my point, and this is exactly my point. Is that if you tell the truth, it will reveal something about yourself. It's the same thing on the track that you're talking about. If you tell the truth, a person will, it will reveal something about you, and a person will pick up on it and say shit about it. Same thing being a politician. If he tells the truth, motherfuckers going to reveal something about him, and people are going to pick up about it.
You're providing judgment?
Am I providing judgment? Yeah. Perhaps my statement remains that he's entering a profession where it's likely that you.
Hypothetical.
I don't think I'm providing judgment. I think facts so far.
So if you're providing the hypothetical and you're providing judgment, you're taking more of
I
a
just
position
said I
than God
wasn't
is.
taking judgment. Remember, I said facts. I changed
But
it to
you are.
facts. I don't see judgment. You
But-
can explain to me how I'm judging. I'm saying it's likely, it's only logical that you must lie. And I think he proved it yesterday. Well, so far I'm gonna stick with
Who
you
is
can't
to
tell the
judge the
truth.
lie?
And I think he proved it yesterday.
Who is to judge the lie?
Remember, I just changed it to is you can't tell the truth. I'll take it to lying, but I don't want to go too fast. He proved yesterday that in your profession you can't tell the truth. That's my argument. I think he proved it yesterday.
No, because you're essentially, if you're saying he can't tell the truth, you're also by what's the word? By lieu of that, saying that he has to lie. You're insinuating that he has to lie. You're not necessarily saying he has to lie.
I am going to take it there directly, but I was trying to get one person to admit that there are moments when he can't be honest, and we can't get past that yet.
So you're telling us that he is required to lie.
At some point, you heard me. I don't see why I have to repeat it.
Okay,
I was going to say that he has to lie.
For your
I
argument,
thought I was.
You need to
Yes.
clarify.
I thought I did 3 times. I am saying that not lie. Yes, I am presenting it again.
Hold on, Joe. Just because I'm not telling the truth doesn't mean I'm lying. I could just not be saying anything.
Agreed. So that's all I wanted to stick to was not telling the truth. You're taking it to lying, right? I want to say not telling the truth.
So I have to clarify.
Do you agree that there are times when you are not going to be able to tell the truth?
Is it that he's not telling the truth, or is it that he's not saying anything?
I'm asking you guys. What do you think?
Correct.
I think it's the only time he didn't say
Saying
anything.
much of anything because we were talking. We were doing a lot of talking.
Well, that's got neither here nor there. I'm talking about only the times when he could not say nothing. In particular, when I said, what if a guy is in his home and he's growing a poppy seed and you see it through the gates? Should that guy go to jail? He couldn't answer.
No, what was his
He
answer?
could not. You guys, that's what you guys cut me off for.
Remember his answer.
Oh, please tell me, because you guys cut me off.
His answer.
He did answer. He said that any plants were okay.
And he also said if it comes down to a medicinal thing, he's going to have more knowledge of what the implications are. He wasn't just closed the book on either side.
You sure he didn't say that inside the house? Inside the house, he said all those things, and I said, "Well, what if it's outside the house?" Yao said, or Sarah and him said, "Hold on," and Sarah and him said, "Yeah." Sarah, when said anyway, Sarah and him said, "Why would it be outside the house?" I'm like, "I don't know. He grew on it, but it's in your yard. He couldn't see it." And I said, "Well, yeah, they could see it over the gate." And I never got the conversation any further than that, so I'm not sure how he answered it. You guys shut it down.
No, I get the argument, but he also did actually answer with that he would have to know more about the medicinal implications. That's
probably a lie now.
Open closed.
That's probably a lie.
Probably not, though, because he hadn't thought how many people think of the application of that a home person is going to use opium or heroin, which is an opium extract, in order to fucking make medicine. Most people don't think like that, but that's it's something I should have the right to do. Is where my point was. I'm an adult who is perfectly capable of not fucking overindulging in drugs and turning myself into a useless pile. But also situations come up where, like Oxycontin, all those things are opium derivatives. That's why it's an opioid crisis. But what they did was they took and they synthetically made the opioids, and it has a slight deviation in the molecule in order for them to patent it. Where I would rather use the natural plant that I grew myself, harvested myself, and did my own medicine. And there shouldn't be anything illegal about that. But I understand that most people haven't given that a lot of thought.
Hey, Ben, did you get Nova's stream?
What's that?
Did you get Nova's stream turned off?
Yeah, everything's off.
Yeah, there's only two spin streams, and mine is the only thing on.
Okay, perfect. She was just wanting to
All
verify.
right.
Thank
I
you.
want to ask the real question was, do you have to lie to be a politician?
No.
Is there one who would fit that bill? But let's say that that's been in there 10 years, not a brand new person. We can name a nigga in a day who record we can't check. But after a few years, is there any?
I mean, I'm going to say there probably isn't a single
Then
person
check your
alive
Discord.
today who doesn't lie.
I
We
would
all
say
do.
that Cynthia McKinney was a good example of a very honest politician that didn't lie and was
All
fantastic.
right. Very good. Did she vote party lines?
No, she voted what her constituents
All
wanted.
right.
And
I'd
in
have to
fact,
look at her.
Cynthia McKinney got told by the party that she fit all the check boxes for having a high-end future in politics, and she just needed to toe the line. And
I bet they did.
basically that, her check was written, if she toed the line, and she looked at them and said, that's not what my constituents voted for me for.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, she unfortunately got ran out of the country.
Oh, this makes sense. So I think I'm correct. You cannot be a politician, tell the truth, and remain a politician. Would you agree with this one? You cannot be a police officer and not lie.
No, you can do it. You can do
And
it.
remain a cop?
You can do all
Yeah.
of that.
Living.
Happens
But
every
don't you
day,
get-
Joe. You know that.
Don't you?
You can do it in my neighborhood.
Don't you get fired if you tell the truth?
Yeah, Joe trying to steal man an idiot. He thinks there's an idiot on the panel.
I would
Don't
say
you-
that there is it goes precinct to precinct. I would say what you're saying probably applies to most major cities, but I would say
Yeah.
there's also small municipalities that have good cops in them.
But I was just asking a more simple question. When your bad cop, the good cop, sees that he fucked up on a report, he's got to lie and go along with his guy, and he's going to do it. No more good cop. He's got to lie.
I'll be right back. My camera just went up.
I
These
think
things
that
seem-
I think that applies often, but I would be hard pressed to say that happens all the time, because a lot of these small municipalities still kind of work good old boy system where they aren't necessarily writing
Have to
everything
lie.
up.
Well, I'm thinking good old boy. No, good old boy would have to lie in court.
By good old boy, I mean like the cop's gonna come over and have a chat with you about it. Like, hey son, don't be acting like this.
Right, I understand. I don't see those places. Every place I know, every report, a cop lies. Every time he says, he exaggerates the scene.
Small town America.
I do, yeah. Enormous amount of time, small town America. Remember, I used to live.
What do you
20
consider small town, Joe?
I don't know the number, but the road that I lived on, you was on dirt roads.
If the town's got 500 people in it, are you hanging out in it, Joe?
I got all sizes. I lived in one with it was very small. With just everybody just had, like, the people across the street from me had horses that would visit me, and I couldn't see their house and the rest of the horses because the land is so big. So it's very few people out there, and it's all dirt roads because it's the government don't take care of that shit. That's why I lived 6 months a year for a long time. And everybody I fuck with's a hick, and you got to spend 30 minutes going up a mountain, and that nearest neighbor you can shoot guns and shit. All these niggas is small town shit. I used to have to drive 20 minutes at 65 miles an hour to get a cigar from my crib.
And you're telling me you haven't met any good cops out in those areas?
There's none that don't lie is all I was talking about. The good cop conversation, that's an easier one. I was just the lie shit. But no, there's no such thing as a good cop. That's a different conversation.
My question too about the politician thing is, because I know what a cop is, right? That's easy. Okay, that's a police officer. Really, you can actually throw in
judges and
you
shit
could probably
too, I
throw
bet.
security in there and COs as well. But when you talk about politicians, what exactly is politician, right? Is that any elected official?
Well, for my shit, I wish we could go with longer term and bigger offices because these are the ones who are going to matter.
What is? Like I'm asking.
Let's say anything on a federal level.
Anything on a federal level. So what about the state and
Yeah.
local level?
Well, not for now. Can we stick with federal senators and all of these
that's why
people?
I'm
Aren't they all liars?
That's why I'm asking, because even the selectman is a politician.
Ben, check your Discord a minute.
All right, that's why I said 10 years in. That's why I gave that part, right? Anybody could go in there brand new and be the most honest fuck in the world.
Okay,
but
now
I would like to.
If we're gonna go with only federal level, go ahead, Opera.
Yeah, I have to kick back on that because, like Clay says, if we're going to go only federal level, you're missing it, brother. Because I guarantee you, it is your local government that is the most powerful, particularly when you're going to city council meetings.
Oh, right I was going to go there too. Yes.
Here in Waterloo, Iowa, where they are currently talking about dismissing public comment altogether.
Yeah, I was going to go to state they're all tyrants, Perro. You know I agree, but I was just trying to streamline it, make it as easy as possible to get one agreement from these people up here.
It makes it impossible. See, your hypotheticals, right? Your hypotheticals miss the point every single time.
That's why I had to point that out.
You don't know the point of my hypothetical, Clay. Excuse me.
Without other politicians, sir. The local and state level politicians are a massive... Bro, there's more state and local level politicians than there's 1,000
100 times more.
Yeah, wait. That's like saying I can't give an example of the NBA because there are so many people playing basketball. You are not allowed that hypothetical.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure, I can talk about just one part, right?
You say, but I'm only gonna say the NBA. Yeah, bro, that's a fucking cop out, right? So or all here's one. All football players. Let's be real,
I have no idea what y'all talking about. Are y'all really going to talk me into I can't do hypotheticals about the NBA? Is that really what you got trying to talk me into right now?
Listen, college football in the South is way...
You can't say college football. Remember, you must say all football. Apparently, you can't say college. This is what y'all trying to tell me right now.
Of college football in the South literally gets fought in the courts.
And what you're contemplating is 15-year-old football players against NFL players. You're saying the federal government is the NFL, and it's not. They are the...
You don't know what I'm saying. It's a hypothetical. You don't even know where I'm going. The problem is when you try and figure out where it's going, you get afraid.
No, the reason, actually, what's funny,
and you're trying to tell me that what my purpose of my hypothetical is. You sound crazy.
All right. Can we let Joe finish his hypothetical? Because I'm super confused. Can we let Joe finish his hypothetical?
Yes.
So we know what he's saying?
All I'm asking is the federal Congress, Senate, all of those people at those levels. Must they all lie, be liars?
The DC people.
Yeah, the DC people. Must they all lie?
The swamp.
Yes, you even call the swamp already. That's a clue to the answer.
The FBI calls that a clue.
Right.
I would say no, it's not required of them.
Okay.
But what is required of them is that they will have to keep their mouth shut on certain things.
On disclosure agreements, which is the same thing as a lie, which is omission. We all grew up on that.
And you have to toe the party line on a vote. Those will be lies. You cannot agree with 49 other people every time. You're lying to me if you tell me I just happen to believe what everybody else believes every fucking time.
With El Perro right there, because he's saying that omission is a lie. How do you figure?
Well, if you're not going to tell the truth to the public, let me explain the Freedom of Information Act. That goes to your privacy under 5 USC 552A, records maintained on individuals. And when they try to keep a record from you, and it has to do directly with you, they can't. So on the federal level, they only govern by the consent of the people. Those records are open to the public. They are never.
That's a great argument,
They
Pero.
are never to be privatized.
That's a great argument.
So where is that?
They're public, is what he's saying. It's public. They must disclose.
For the redactions and all of that, where is that? Where does it say that there's never going to be any redactions?
Listen, the only reason they do that is to prevent the downfall of their fucking very miscarriages. If the people knew what we did, they would.
That's a claim. I'm asking for the law.
Tomorrow. Do you not remember that quote? If the people knew,
I remember that quote.
Hang us in the street.
But if it's not in the law, then where is it? Like, what is it? Just something that you?
It is in the law.
Okay, so then where is the law that states
public
that
record is public record? They are not supposed to be withholding information that is pertinent to the public.
Where's the law?
Just because they think it will put the people in fear, just because they think it would put people in fear.
You tell me the law, I'll look
put
it
them
up.
in
I
the
have no
gallows.
problem. You know El Pero, I have no problem looking at the law. Okay.
Then let me finish my statement, just like you let Joe finish his. Because, like I said, if they knew what we did, they would hang us in the streets tomorrow. And that is the only reason that they do not disclose the shit they don't disclose. You and I both know this.
But that's not a law. I told you, I am more than willing, and you know this about me, to look at the law that states that they are not allowed to redact anything.
We were talking about whether it was a lie or not, even through omission.
We're talking about omission. Redactions, okay? Redactions are omission, right? This is what Pero's claim is. I'm willing to look at it, but I need to see it in the law where it states that they are not allowed to redact anything.
I never said never got to find that. No one made that.
No,
that's literally what the claim is here.
Oh, stop! It'd be nice. No, it's not.
You literally made that claim. What are you talking about, Joe?
No, you moved it to redaction.
And he moved it to every redaction.
And that is for investigations and shit like that. Okay. So when it comes to Area 51, yes, those redactions, they should never be there.
I'm not talking about
government operations.
Those
are
government
operations.
Personal information.
Those are government operations, and they are supposed to be public and not privatized.
Hey, but you're moving the goalpost now.
No,
first you were talking about personal redactions. Yes. Now you're going to national shit. Yes, bro. This is
now you're trying. Now you're trying.
You are moving the goalpost. Stop moving the goalpost.
Trying to do the same thing.
Personal redactions. Where does it say they're not allowed to make redactions for personal information?
Oh, you moved it from omission.
Yeah, stop using your redactions, bro.
Omissions.
You moved it.
Omissions.
You moved it.
Omission. You said omission.
Yes, and public record is never supposed to be omitted.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. So who are you yelling at, by the way?
You.
Both of y'all yelling.
Why are you yelling?
Because you're yelling and trying to overtalk me.
No, I'm trying to get information out of you that you're stating that you have.
Two respectful men and let each other speak. Every time you fucking interrupt me, I don't think you believe I'm a fucking man. You think
you're not.
You're
not a man, dude.
Oh, really?
That I'm looking at on the screen, that thing right there, that's an image of you. It's not the real you, dude. Just like the one that you're looking at, yeah. The thing that you're looking at right now, that's not really me, bro. You can't reach out and like smack me or anything. So what the fuck are you yelling at? You're being a retard. You're being a retard.
Oh, I'm the retard when I let you speak, but you won't let me speak.
You're being a retard. You're yelling at a computer screen.
You don't see the correlation of respect
at a computer screen
to a fucking computer. Sir. You fucking stop your fucking interrupting and let a fucker speak.
Sir, you're yelling at a computer screen.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking grow up and learn how to let
El Pero.
Fuck you.
You're yelling at a computer screen, sir. On your own home.
Night long. Fuck you.
Love you, bro. You are yelling at a computer screen, though. You're not yelling at me.
No, I am yelling at you, just like you were talking to me.
Bro, how far away are you from me right now?
What the fuck is your voice worth, motherfucker?
How far are you away from me right now? Do you know?
I don't give a fuck.
Right, this is the point. You're just yelling into the void.
You wouldn't do this sitting across the fucking table from me.
Bro.
Maybe I shouldn't say
really
every time you must lie. Most times, 99% of the time, in order to be a politician, you must lie. That would have been a better argument.
If you wanted to cry, dude, you didn't have to do it on the internet.
Let's go to the topic. You want to get back on topic?
Yeah, I did. I actually had a
99% of the time, most of the time. 99% of the time, here's the topic. Both guys have a
I
chance.
never got an answer to the question. Where
To be
waiting for Joe's question.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with redactions. That was a weird question. It was off topic.
He went
I
to
was
literally first.
I
What are you
want
talking about, Joe? Hold on, Joe. Did he or did he not? The first thing that he stated was about personal information.
government
They're not allowed
transparency.
to hold from you.
Information is
Hold on, El Perro, because now I'm talking to Joe. Like, what are you doing?
And I
You're
said just
you're
like-
yelling, bro. You're just yelling to yell.
Just like
That wasn't all of that shit. Wasn't the topic? Is my point, Clay? All of that was off topic. The topic is: do politicians must they lie?
Joe, can I just actually say something about the yelling thing? Because I brought this up to a few people, and I've done it myself, okay?
Yeah, he doesn't want to drop it.
You guys are yelling at nobody. I just want you to know that. Even if I'm wrong, it's not going to get any further by raising your voice, right? Are we men? Or are we little fucking boys who need to scream at each other, little girls who need to scream at each other? It's not going to do anything.
You're a Devo.
It's not going to, like, I have that issue too sometimes, right?
While they're speaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I appreciate you recognizing that in the moment right now, but you are one of the worst at yelling and talking over niggas. You just get started.
really?
You can't stop you.
Oh, really?
No, he's talking about me, El Perro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I
Had me wondering.
and I recognize that quite often, not in those moments.
Hey, how fucking old are you? Gotcha, bitch.
Bro, I'm like 41 years old. What the fuck are you talking about?
For the win, you still up there?
Like, bro,
Yeah, what's up, boss?
Did you agree that to be a politician, generally speaking, you cannot tell the truth, and by extension, you must lie?
That's an interesting question, because when you get to that point, that level, there's, I mean, obviously you're under NDAs on a lot of stuff. There's things that they know that the public will never know and stuff. So when it comes to things, I do believe that they do have to lie under certain circumstances, because you can't let.
Well, I didn't mean NDAs and shit like that. I didn't mean that. I meant generally speaking, you can't vote along party lines 50%, 100% of the time. You agree with everybody else. All of y'all had the same thought every fucking time down to the man. Somebody's lying, yeah?
Well, I mean, someone is lying, yes, because that's why they're whipping votes. They have to get people in line, and then that's what it makes these happen. Say, if you want my vote for this, you need to build me my bridge for that. You know, so I'll lie for you to get what I want. You know, so it's a game that they all play.
It's a game. Yes, that's the point I was probably poorly trying to make. That it's so scary of a game.
Hate the game, Joe.
Yes, you agree. I mean, you ain't getting no shit out of me,
Look
right?
at your Discord DM. Well, gentlemen, I have to break in here for a second. You know what? Clay, you better tell him, because I'm going to get all dust in my eyes again.
Yeah.
Dust in your eyes.
Before we do that, you want to do the super real quick, and let's get that out of the way, because even though I really appreciate it, Wave Philosophy, and you guys can go do that.
Well, Wave Philosophy comes in with the big five. Put my glasses on so I can see the motherfucker. Pedro's just being a boomer. He probably acts the same towards the ancient aliens crap, yelling, "We deserve the truth."
And that's, I think, the main point here from Joe.
Pedro, I think he meant Barrow. He said Pedro.
No, I think that's the main point from El Perro as well as Joe here is that we deserve the truth. And while yes,
you can't handle the truth.
You know, we're live. We are live over on pilled.net, and they want to remain anonymous. And Project Cheney, if you can look up in the chat, I ask you a question on the Alderson's channel, please and thank you.
Yeah, you want to do it? You still okay? You going? Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, it's big news, man. It's really good and big news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. And I'm gonna stop the whole suspense thing. You guys, listen. Spin had a goal. Okay, the goal has been met.
Very good.
Yeah.
The goal was big. You want to tell them how much?
I'm not. I was told no.
Okay, so there was a goal to be met, and the goal is met. So we're going to DC, baby.
Very good.
Yeah, we're going to DC. Yeah, Spin's going to DC. Spin will be out there on the ground. That goal is met. He's got the funding for what he needed for that particular goal. Now, that obviously doesn't mean you guys, we don't want anything else. We do. We still do. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't want them out there on the no budget.
But big donor, and she or he is going to remain anonymous. And
no more. We know it's a woman now. I'm sorry. I can help it.
Well,
and I'm going to keep that person anonymous. But it brought me to tears. I've never had
back for about 30 minutes.
I've never had anybody ever be as generous as this, and
very good. Very good, man.
All the hard work. All the hard work that we do, and that I do, and come on here and listen to the bald one and his alpaca shearing, and oh my God,
you're an asset. I don't give a shit what other people say.
Mitchell, oh my God.
What was you have an alpaca?
I wish you guys could see the pilled chat right now. Mitchell Mitchell DM 27 comes in with the fleet over on pilled.net. That's like a super chat.
Oh, I was about to say, was it?
I'm glad you explained that. I had no idea.
Yeah. I wish you guys
forces
and Kraut Mick comes in with the Clay.
Yep, I got you. Kraut Mick says with his big $5, thank you, sir, over on the Benjamin Balderson show, says, let's all take a moment to agree. We yell over each other.
We agree.
Also, Pero,
thank you, baby.
You got to smoke something or something.
something. I can make some recommendations.
Yeah, there's some good shit out there now.
Same.
Give a shout out to Kraut Mick and a shout out to Mitchell DM over on Pilled. And Project Cheney, if you can put your X in the chat, I'll do that. Thank you. Ben, take over for a few minutes, please.
Yeah, go powder your nose or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, we thank you, big anonymous donor. Thank you very much. It's a really big deal. So I really appreciate it. I mean, that's
hold on.
Yeah.
Mitchell DM27 come in with an EMP. An EMP is the big red dono.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
that's the big awesome. Red dono over on YouTube.
Does this mean I should take that ad off a Grinder for you? We thought we were going to have to pimp spin out, but maybe now we can. We can get by without it.
Hey, I just read the bottom of his message there. It says, everyone on panel gets a cut. Did you see the little fine print on the super chat?
All right, y'all. You got to stop.
Okay, Clay, listen up. The United Nations Human Rights Committee issued General Comment Number 34 in 2011 to clarify Article 19. It explicitly stated that Article 19 embraces the right of access to information held by public bodies. Now, this is international law, handed down through the
international law is fake and gay.
International law in relation to the Trading with the Enemy Act and Foreign Asset Control. If you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, keep with your flippant comments because you don't know shit.
United Nations. So you're going to quote me on United Nations law?
I really don't give a fuck about international law.
What do you think Social Security is? What do you think Social Security is? You think Social Security is run by the United States? That's international law under the UN.
No, it's not.
That's
not UN.
What?
Most certainly is.
It was from the Social Security Act. What are you talking about?
No. Just no. Just no. Listen, people, I need to do a public correction here. For the opinions of the panelists are not necessarily the opinions of the channel owners. Sorry, love you, El Perro. No, the Social Security Act is not a international law. That is something that was implemented in the United States in the early 1900s, if I remember correctly, by FDR. Yep. And his very socialist democratic intricacies in his New Deal or whatever the hell that thing was, and essentially that's it.
Okay, let me restate this. Okay, let me restate this. Social Security itself is domestic law under the United States, but the Social Security program itself is under the Human Rights Commission.
No, it's not.
No.
It falls under the Social Security Administration.
I tell you what is under the UN and their world organization and all that craziness, the banks. That part. Learn what Geneva is and what the World Bank is, boy, you'll be figuring out the fucking whole system and what's really going on. Because them motherfuckers are fucking us.
That's why it's really weird that we sit up here and argue of the immigrant getting, and these motherfuckers are fucking us royal. It's got to be the funniest shit in the world. She got food stamps last month, $600. When I was on, they only gave us $329. So what's the worst shit in the world to that bitch?
Was it you, Ben, who was pointing out to me the FDR movie? Yeah, so I was watching a piece of it, and I got up to the point where he's laying there in the bed and telling his boys, "You go to such and such country and start a bank. You go to such and such."
I saw that.
The last movie.
What you all go to these different countries. That way, when they need a transfer, they come to you, and they can only come to you because you control all the money. Blah blah blah. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea for world domination, but then, you're not making yourself.
Dude, the scary part about that movie is they think they made that movie thinking that made them look good.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Krautnik, man. Give a shout out to Krautnik.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Shout out, Krautnik.
Thank you, sir. I don't know what the shout out's for, but thank you, sir.
Bobby Digital comes in with the cookie. I ain't no Mitch, but it's still something. Thank you, Bobby Digital, over on the pilled.net. Thank you very much.
Bobby. You can totally do better, Bobby. We're gonna need a fleet next time, or an emperor, or an
I would say this,
empire.
though,
Damn it.
about your lie hypothetical. I will
Very
say this,
good.
that in order for them to stay in power under the current way that things are being done, to go along, they have to get along, which means that, yes, many cases they may very well be.
Yeah, Cheney, I sent you a DM. I'm sorry, Clay. I apologize.
You're good. You're good. I will say this, though, that it would be better for the country if they stopped fucking lying, because then we do have transparency, and then we have a reason to actually continue to put them in power. Where, you know, I don't understand why people continue to put them in power. This is crazy too. They continue.
That was in my thing. The way it's set up. That was to be a politician now, the way it's set up. I meant that in there.
Well, I would say
surely there's a way to do it where you don't have to fucking lie and do the go along to get along shit.
Right. There's like a caveat in there, right? Just like with the redaction thing itself or whatever, there's the old Benjamin Franklin quote about those who would purchase a little, or those who would sacrifice essential liberty for a little purchase safety deserve neither. So obviously we do want some safety measures, not all safety measures, though. I mean, I don't need to be put in a cage and you bring me, my 3 meals and provide me my bed and the comforts and all that. I don't need you to do that, Mr. Big Brother. I'm pretty sure I can handle all of that. That would be a safety net, though. That would be a safety net.
I don't need you keeping me safe by charging me $200 every time I don't put on the seatbelt. I don't need you that much for damn sure.
Yeah, exactly. Now I will say
I'll do it for 100.
That's fucking good, right? Yeah. Yeah, I will say, and this really does bring up the biggest, I think, question in our current system, I think, because even though the politicians are lying and writing in shitty law and the cops are beating people up, sometimes quite often actually, and they're lying in the courts and all of that. I think that right now one of the biggest issues too is the traffic code, right? So we do need guardrails on the road. We do need lines on the road, right? We do need some type of system that prevents people, or at least diminishes the complacency.
But the problem is when we turn it, when we monetize when it's not working, and it turns into a monetization thing. That's always inherently, you turn it into a business. Now you want motherfuckers that make more traffic, sitting people are incentivized. So-and-so got a whole new building because they put out this new code that says this and that. And then you want that building, so you're going to do it. That it's a slippery slope nonsense.
I agree. And then, of course, the question is then what is the solution if it's not monetary? Because there's only a couple of ways that you can provide punitive for the people who what we call it do infractions, but then it's just breaking the law. Like, I hate that they call it infractions. It's either you broke the law or you didn't.
Well, let's call it infractions, because we call it an infraction, then I feel better saying what should be the penalty for an infraction, and what is the purpose of penalizing a motherfucker for an infraction. We had to consider that, because if we're saying which they usually say, if your tail light was out, someone could have died. That's where it goes. Someone could have, I don't know what the fucking excuse is, but I think they're trying to save somebody from death. No, that's
outside of the line.
For who?
Or if you're swerving outside of the line, right? What if you're crossing the white line versus the yellow line? Which line are you swerving on?
Yes, I like swerving. I don't like that one because that's actual. You have to get in the motherfucker's business. If a guy has a broken tail light, You know, you could pull a motherfucker over and tell them, listen, man, over here in Maryville, we got a guy does it for 10% over here. You go tell him Bob sent you, here's a card. You know, that's a guy who helps. That could be his job, as opposed to, you know, every time he sees you, his job is to separate you from your bread. Every time you make a mistake.
And it gets into like jaywalking, right? Where jaywalking is traffic code and pedestrian code at the same time.
Want to give a shout out to Mitchell again over on pill.net with the shades.
Shades.
The shades.
Mitchell, I don't know what the shades are, but what?
That's the big 5 on YouTube.
That's what's
Thank you
good,
again.
Mitch.
Thank you very much, Mitchell.
I need that fleet, Mitch. I need that fleet.
Yeah, and right now, so like, if I was going to talk about infractions, right, I don't want people to be necessarily. I definitely don't want them to be locked up for something as silly as, you know, crossing the line far, or you know, having a tail light out or certain things, yada yada. But then what else is left? Isn't it just monetary, or is there something else?
Well, first we can start with if it is monetary, and it probably shouldn't be if he ain't hurt nobody up there. It looked like he could possibly hurt someone. It'd have to be, you know, $5-10, and you know, it could not be penalizing them, you know, crazy. I don't know. I can't speak. I'm high and sleepy.
No, that's a good point. You know, is the monetary too much, right? And this actually goes into city ordinance, right? This is actually where your city and your county ordinance comes in, because it's not the federal government setting the fines, right, on those things, on the ordinance things. Right?
It's usually somebody else on a city or township or whatever the hell you want to call it with an ordinance. On the boardwalk after 6, if you get caught eating a donut, you owe us $12.
Exactly. So then, really, what we were talking about earlier about the politicians, right? Then the ones on the federal level, they don't really count when it comes to most infractions.
We would absolutely agree. If I would not want to fight any of these people, but that's what a fight would be. Go ahead. Was somebody trying to speak?
He's just ecstatic.
Boom. Mitchell again with the ship over on, that's the big 20 over on build.net. Thank you very, very much.
Nice.
Can't lie, Mitchell. I'm impressed. I've been talking shit about you on the streets, Mitch. I'm apologize. However, Mitchell, still gonna need that fleet, brother. Still gonna need that fleet.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously
the fleet or the EMP. No joke. Oh my God.
Well, the problem anytime you're talking about fines is if you're using fines as punitive, it's only punitive to one class of people. Yes. So you give a $200 speeding ticket to a poor person, they're like, "Fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 2 months." You give a $200 speeding ticket to a rich person, they're like, "Oh, I will have my secretary drop off the funds." Like,
oh my God, Joe, just oh my God, Mitchell again with the fleet over
Mitch,
on build.net.
Welcome home, Mitch. I knew you had it in you. I was telling all my friends that Mitch is gonna come through, man. Stop shitting on Mitch. Mitch, you the man that I always said you was. I'm glad I never said anything against you, brother. Well done, Mitch. I told y'all Mitch was the man. I don't know why y'all used to talk shit about him like that.
If you can, check your DM. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry, Mr. Balderson. I've never had anyone be this generous to me,
You're
man.
doing good work, brother.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That night when we were in camp, Spen, and it was It was really cold, Span, and I shared my sleeping bag with you. You told me the same thing. No one's ever been this nice. Now I hear you saying it to other people. I feel like you didn't mean it anymore, man.
I'm going to change the you know what? Tonight I'm going to change the angry American to the very humbled American. How's that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that. That's good. The humble.
Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah.
He'll get over it by tomorrow and he'll be angry again.
Yeah.
Right. I'll piss him off. He'll be angry again by tomorrow.
No, I agree, Ben. So
Hey, excuse me, Clay. In this moment, Span, in case I get sleepy and hop up off here, I want you to know, man, I'm very glad for you, and you're glad. It makes me happy just by. I'm glad motherfucker got to do that.
It's very humbling for the generosity. And I'm sorry to disrupt and derail the panel here for a second, but
no, you're not. That's your favorite fucking
this time it's for a good.
You actually have a decent reason.
A good reason this time, right?
Yeah, you're not just saying some dumb.
Right.
I do a lot of work. I have really good supporters, really good friends. And Ben, Mr. Balderson and I have become really.
You can
Mr.
say
Balderson and I have become really good friends outside of here. Clay and I have just been
glad Wiseman's not here.
I thought you were gonna say lovers.
No, Mitch, you didn't do anything wrong.
He's just being a girl. You're all right.
Yeah,
he's all emotional and worked up. He's gonna have to go fucking put a tampon in or something.
Mitch, you know how much he paid for that eyeliner, Mitch? That's $6.95 eyeliner. You're fucking up over there, Mitch.
$99.99.
Super appreciative. Yeah, thank you, sir.
I'm humbled and I, without the support of everybody, this wouldn't happen. And I'm just more humbled than oh God! Take over. Take over somebody.
Go grab your blankie.
You need to buy
Mitch, nobody is upset. You didn't upset me. You didn't. We were just messing. Again, thank you very, very much. And I did send you a DM, Mitch, over on Pilled. Yeah. Back to you guys. Oh wow.
So yeah, thank you thank you to the supporters over there on Pilled and also
I think I'm falling out, man.
Well, everywhere else. Thank you.
I'm a bit Maya do, man. I'm getting out of here, man.
This was fun, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
I'll catch you guys later, man.
Get some sleep, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do agree with you on that too, Ben. Is that it's kind of a classist setup that essentially most of the time when people get tickets, and this is just like across the board, most of the time when people get tickets, they really just can't afford it. Now the guy who's making $150,000, $200,000 a year, yeah, he can afford it, right? And so giving him he gets a ticket. He's like, yeah, whatever. And he pays it before the points can come up too. He's just like, bam, there it is. And of course, the guy who's poor has no ability to even pay it within, that, 2 or 3 day window before the weekend comes up or whatever it is, whatever that stipulation is, pay this fine in this amount of time. I think that's kind of extortion a little bit.
100%.
Like we're not going to count this one. Just pay it before, we don't worry about it. Just give us some money, right? That's kind of bullshit. But then on top of that, those ones who do end up getting that fine that can't pay it, it's way worse on them.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that maybe perhaps a solution, because I know that you can go to court and contest the ticket. That's always been a thing, which is good. But maybe a financial status should be built into the punitive damages. Because, I mean, like you said, if you're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, you can't afford no fucking ticket at $200 a pop. So maybe the judge could look at that and say, look, I understand you're only making 30, 40,000. Here's the financial affidavit. Fill it out. Let us know all your stuff. And we're going to only charge you, $50 as opposed to $200. But understand that the next one, it's going to go up to 75. The next one, and if you continue to do this within this amount of time, the price goes up. Whereas the guy who's making, $200,000, as soon as he fills out that financial affidavit, they're going to be like, nope, $200, Maybe that needs to be built into
it. Do like a scaled fines.
Like Finland does?
Finland does this?
Yeah, Finland does.
Yep. Yeah, it's called progressive scaling or like sliding scaling fines at the end of it. But
I was going to say I could get along with that for the infractions.
It's the only way that there's any punitive effect to people that have enough money.
Yeah, because punitive needs to be.
I think it was like
actually scaled. It has to be according to the person's means. Because if they're making $30,000, $40,000 a year, and you charge them, like I know that the average ticket's probably around $200-$300 now, but you get 3 or 4 of those in a year's time, you're already at $1,000. You're not making 30,000, you're making 29,000. Right? That's a big deal when you got to pay rent and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, I could get along with it as long as it's only on infractions. Now, when it gets into the actual crimes where people are getting hurt and stuff, I think that should not be scaled, because if you're out there actually committing crimes where you're actually hurting people, I think that
right,
you should need to do your time.
But that's not something that you would get out of a fine with, or you shouldn't.
And you shouldn't get a fine for it. Yes, exactly. There's that unless of course it's financial type. What is it called? White collar crime.
Sure.
And then even still, that if you're convicted, right, they should freeze pretty much all of your assets. And in certain instances, right? So if you did a lot of embezzling, all of that's got to be frozen. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this, and I think that it's case by case basis. But you can provide some strict guardrails or sentencing guidelines that the judge has to follow and go by the scale on, just like they do with the the criminal sentencing guidelines, right? The punitive, as in getting locked up, has certain guidelines, but it seems and they do have the fines on those criminal where it says up to 5,000, up to, right? But when it comes to the infractions, it seems to be that it's just one set. This is it. And you know what's funny too about that is that you would actually be having to go to the court and explain it and do the affidavit, and how many more people have even the ability to go to the court, right? To go to explain it and all that. They have to take off of work or whatever. You get a court date, so you have to make sure that you're open for that schedule, so you lose money on that as well. And you can reschedule sometimes on these things. If something comes up, you're not going to get to reschedule based on, I was supposed to work that day. That's not a thing. So
Mitchell comes in with the shades again. Boom. Again over on pilled.net. Thank you very, very, very much, sir.
Thank you. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this has been a big night, man. Big day. Been a good day.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we got one more thing we got to figure out, truthfully. And
that's it. That's just the one thing, and then
that's the one thing. I by the way, I sent you some more over on the other.
Fantastic. I'll be getting on that a little later now. Woo! I love that.
Yeah, yep. We're probably going to have to work through the night on this.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
well, I mean,
but it's okay.
Yeah. After, just so you guys know, after Spin and I did our show, I went and took a nap. I just woke up when I came up here, bro. That's the sleep I got. That's the sleep I got over the past. I did not sleep at all last night. I'm just excited and working and doing.
You know what? I may have to go take an 1.5 to 2 hour nap.
You gotta take a nap. That'll give me enough time to get what you sent me loaded. So
yeah. Thank you again, Mitchell. I'm sorry to keep derailing, but go ahead, man. I got to give the it's
huge,
money
man.
on the screen, man.
It's fucking huge.
Do you feel like you're gonna make it, by the way, for the win?
It's looking more and more likely, my friend.
Excellent. I hope so, bro. I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Hope so.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do, and yeah, we did the panelist show today, and we showed some behind the scenes. We showed some cameras and camera angles and stuff like that. And we ended the show a little early, and we got right back to the bump and grind, trying to get it all done. We got 3 days. I got 3 days before I got to leave. So yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it in 1 day or 2 days?
It'll probably be 1 day.
1 day.
Wait, what? Oh, the trip.
The trip. Yeah, we'll do it. And we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live on the trip.
Right.
You're gonna see that we're on our way there. I'll be posting pictures on the way. I hope there's I'm not sure. I've never driven up 95 through DC, but I'll be posting pictures over on pilled.net on the Benjamin Balderson posts. Actually, he'll have to do that.
I will say that if you were on the train, you'd get a lot better pictures. But I'm sure you'll get some good ones. The train, by the way, is the best way to travel. It really is.
You know, we thought about it. We did think about it.
Nah, but you need the vehicle. You got to have it.
You got too much shit for a train.
Yeah,
that's
parking
true.
in DC is not going to be fun.
Yeah.
What are we? The Rescue Rangers taking the train?
Well, here's the thing. I have a handicap placard, and when I talk to the Department of Interior, they have a place that I can park. So
yeah, there'll be reserved parking for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then we have the trailer. It goes in and it's parked and everything like that.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, after what we went through today.
All this stuff. All this shit.
Yeah.
Gotta have it though.
Yeah, but it's going to be epic. We have security plans in place in case something happens. We have backups to the backup to the backup. Oh, Ant, I have to get with you tomorrow too, because you may be the backup to the backup to the backup.
Okay. Right. I'm just noticing your thing there, SCN security. Is that why he did, is that why he redid the reflecting pool?
Yeah, so he could get a jet ski out there.
A golden jet ski.
There's nowhere near enough water in there for that thing.
Look, we're gonna have the best jet skis. They're gonna be in gold, and we're gonna take them out on the reflecting pond, and we're just gonna have a great time. This is gonna be a win.
I'm sorry, sir. The pond was drained. We are talking about the big beautiful pool. The big beautiful pool.
I sent the video of what it really is about. Really, what happened with the pool?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like this is the first time they've done some sort of major repairs on the pool. Like, it's been done multiple times.
They said, "I'm sorry, sir. You can't swim in the reflecting pool. You can't take your jet ski out there. We have manatees in the reflecting pool. They're a protected species." I said, "Well, then we're just going to get rid of the manatees." And we got rid of the manatees. And now we have a reflecting pool where I can take my jet ski. And it's gold-plated. And so now...
Well, wait a minute. He's churning up the water, you know? It's aerating the water. Maybe the algae won't grow.
Isn't it interesting?
Do to you, Clay? Shit.
Isn't it interesting on like how this all happened? Where like I'm remembering chronologically that we heard about algae first, then a couple days later it came out that the thing was slashed and chemicals were dumped in there. So what was the order of events? Did the algae come from it naturally, actually? Or was it from these fucks doing it, actually? You know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting dynamic. Like, what really came first?
I will make sure that I go over to the reflecting pool and take a shot of the reflecting pool with my high-speed camera, and maybe I can wade and not actually, go over the edge into the reflecting pool.
We will donate. We are starting
20,000 gold pills. We have. Oh.
We have a fund going right now for the win, where if he spins wheelchair and launches him into said reflecting pool.
Get that shit up on Kelshi right now, Ben. Get it up there.
I will take a selfie. I will take a selfie with the reflecting pool behind me and the Washington Monument. It's going to be a good time. They have that big ass Ferris wheel up there, man.
They said, "Sir, we're going to have a big Ferris wheel. Sir, we're going to have a big Ferris wheel out there. We're going to have a lot of people out there. So, sorry, sir, you're not going to be able to take your jet ski, sir." What the heck was going on right there? Security. Somebody's playing in the sewage? What the heck?
Oh, Lord.
Spin, did you check your Discord?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Make algae great again.
Make algae. You know what? Wait a minute. They had a protest. The
2-person protest?
Yeah, the 2-person protest. Make algae great again. Stop fascist dictators.
And while they made the G a part of algae look like a swastika too. Like, how creative.
Yeah. Pero.
Spin, play that video I'm playing.
What?
Did you see that where they had the protest for the algae in the reflecting pool?
I don't watch that bullshit.
Okay, I didn't know if you saw it or not. Wow. It's a great night, guys. It's a great night. It's a breath of fresh air is what it is.
Well, especially like when I came up, like I said, I was looking at the story, that first story that you guys brought up, which I don't think we even got back to.
Oh, Lord.
That's Michael Eline's friend. And Michael Eline's a really good friend of mine. So it's kind of like friend by proxy. Beck, this is not like the first time that he's really been noticed for this for this big case in Hawaii, right? This case has been going on for quite some time. It's been, going up the ladder through certiorari. Now it's been to the Supreme Court.
It don't make it to the Supreme Court in a week. Right.
So this case has been, I'm sure, a nightmare to have to deal with. I'm sure there's been all sorts of motions that he's. This is why right here why I pay so much attention to what these Supreme Court justices are doing. These lawmakers are making these laws, and then they have to be challenged. And if it makes it up to the Supreme Court, it doesn't matter whether it's for us or not for us. It is going to be the law. The laws will be written around that, and then that's what we end up with. So it's a big win for that case. Obviously, there's a lot of cases that I don't agree with that I would like to see overturned. So yeah, I'm really happy for Alan and what he's done, and I'm sure Michael's really ecstatic. Eli, I'm sure that he's super ecstatic. He's probably going to end up doing a live if he hasn't done one yet. I will have to actually get over to his page and look that up, because that is a massive win. Court was like, "You want to take these papers, guns? Nope, I don't think so. No, we ain't doing all that now." So thank you to the Supreme Court justices on this one. We got some other business to deal with. We got some other,
and a 9-0 on cannabis and guns. 9-0.
Yeah.
Everybody said no, that shit's unconstitutional.
One of these things is not like the other.
How often do you get a 9-0 decision?
It's not often. No. Usually they're split between the conservatives and the liberals. Right?
Yeah. Mitchell comes in with another shades over on pilled.net. Boom.
You could wait till sentences end instead of just,
I've got to go out and come back. It's lagging. I apologize. It's lagging. I got to go out and come back in.
Thank you, Mitch.
Which is it's no.
Thank you for the shades. I needed some. It was hot. It was hot out here, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the shade.
Okay, now we're back where the real time. Sorry about that.
Sure, still bright. He's got to wear shades.
No, I'm super excited for Michael, because I know he's probably already having a. I know he doesn't drink much anymore. He still drinks a little bit, but yeah, I'm sure he's having a celebratory at the moment. By the way, Michael is a Marine, right? Like once a Marine, always a Marine. Yeah, unfortunately he wasn't able to do everything he wanted to be able to do. Things happen, but now he serves his country by being a decent guy who's an attorney. This is tough, by the way. He's a defense attorney. He handles handcuff cases and car crashes and things like that. I think insurance, something like that. I don't know. Constitutional stuff, though. He's super constitutional. Like I said, Michael's a good friend of mine. Obviously, if he's going to be a friend of mine, he better know his rights and our rights, and look out for the people. And I think he does. I think he does a great job. He's come through in the clutch a few times. So big shout out to Michael as well as Mr. Beck. Yeah, super stoked for them, because that's a big good day. Good day. I did not know that happened. So I'm glad you guys covered it. I'm super stoked. I'm gonna have to send him a text or something too.
Well, it's pretty exciting stuff. Like I said, you don't usually see the Supreme Court getting a doubleheader win like that, where they get it right. And you're like, oh, damn. That's 2A had a good day. Cannabis had a good day. Cannabis has had a good year. It got moved to Schedule 3 instead of Schedule 1. Right.
Do you know if he was doing the marijuana case as well? or is that somebody else?
No, that was a different case. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think that was something he was doing. So I knew the Hawaii. As soon as I heard Hawaii and gun rights, I was like, that's him. That's him.
Well, that's some insidious shit that they did. Did you see what they were trying to do? So basically, they have a law that says if you post it on your property, that you can basically make your property no concealed carry. You know, I don't want you coming on my property with a concealed carry gun.
Wow.
And so they tried reversing the situation and making it automatically you can't go on a person's property unless they post a sign saying it's okay. So yeah, so basically that then turned all public property or all private property into no carry zones. You know, short of the owner taking the impetus of going, I'm going to put out a sign saying you can conceal carry on my property, and they said that just
that's not going to work. That's not going to fly, because every store you go to, every hotel you check into, every person's house that you go to, all them people are going to have to set up a sign. Fuck you. Straight up.
Exactly. So on a constitutional basis, both those things got struck this week.
Good. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like, how did they think that was going to turn out with the Supreme
California
Court?
is just as bad. California, I swear, passes things knowing that they're going to get overturned, but they're like, yeah, but we'll get a couple years out of it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I'm sure there'll be something coming out of Albuquerque soon, because them motherfuckers be passing shit all fucking time, right? And like, here's the thing, right? Again, you know, we talking about the certiorari, right? Once it goes up, then it's got to be appealed to go to the next level, and to the next level, it's got to be appealed again until you get to the Supreme Court. So a lot of times, these cases make it up to the circuit, and then they don't go up to the Supreme Court because the other side just gives up and says, you know what, that's enough money. We're done with this. You know, which is that.
Well, you got to wonder, what does it cost total to get to a Supreme Court case? Like, not even the decision and everything, just to get onto the ball field. How much money did all those court hearings building up to that cost you?
And the time it takes, and the research. That, I mean, even if you're going pro se, it's all the time, all that time, all that data storage or filing, all of that. You got to keep that somewhere, and it's a lot of money, even just you doing it by yourself. And you get laughed at when you walk in there by yourself, and you ain't got like an attorney there with you. That you get laughed at by everyone, including the judges. And you know, hey, you know what? If you're gonna do it, you better be really good at it. But if you're going up the ladder, there's a really good chance that you're gonna need attorneys and clericals and all that stuff, which massively increases the cost. It's so much
massively
money.
And definitely you should wait till your reapers turn red, are you, Moon? Definitely. and you're gonna enjoy those reapers. They're so nice when they're homegrown. I do ghosts and reapers and scorpions.
Okay, guys, I am gonna run. I gotta go. I'm gonna try to get some of this stuff loaded in and all that good stuff, and super stoked for the 250. This is awesome, guys. Super stoked for the people who were donating and sending it forward and all that stuff, and enjoyed the conversation tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Got yelled at again. But I still love El Perro. He's definitely got the best interest for sure. You know.
Yeah, I think we're going to shut down too. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 28 minutes. Unless Mr. Balderson, do you want to keep it going, or are you?
Nope.
All righty. Want to thank everybody for coming in, all the donations. It was absolutely amazing. Mitchell over on pilled.net. Ooh, that thank you very, very much. We appreciate it.
I'll hang out for the closing statements.
Yep. So El Perro, closing statements on the panel, sir.
Be blessed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clay.
Yeah, same thing again. You know, just reiterate. You know, you guys are awesome. The chat's awesome. Chat always wins. Yeah, in this case for sure. You guys are always winning on Mr. Balderson's show, but just big shout out to Spin's channel as well, and the guys over there on ARM, and yeah, big wins tonight for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. God's favorite aunt. Your final thoughts on the panel.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're all good and funded and ready for your trip. It should be really fun.
It was going to happen regardless, but you know, it's a sigh of yes, it's going to yep. Oh, and Mitchell came from ARM, so the America Rising Media channel. Yep, I am the panelist on America Rising Media. It is Clay and I are on every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have a panel just like this. We discuss things. We discuss the news. It does get a little spicy over there too, but you know what? It's always for the best. For the win. For the win, your final thoughts on the panel, sir.
I don't know if I can live up to my moniker here tonight with that, because Mitchell is really the win here. Thank you, brother. Thanks for helping out DC and making all this stuff viable for all of us and everything. We appreciate you tremendously. So thank you for everything, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Security, your final thoughts on the panel, and you better have some final thoughts, sir.
Well said. Well said.
He didn't say a word. He unmuted.
No,
I didn't disagree with a word of it.
Paging security from aisle 4.
I didn't disagree with anything he said.
Scary.
Do you want to actually use Ant right now for practice for being the backup to the backup to the backup?
Yeah. I'm going to send you all over to Johnny Q over on America Rising Media. I'm sorry, Mr. Balderson, my cohort, my man in crime. Your final thoughts.
I'm glad that this went fantastic tonight, and it went great for you. Yeah, maybe you'll quit being a bitch now.
Until again, America, we will be live tomorrow at some point. Make sure you follow over on pilled.net, the ARM 2 or America Rising Media 2 channel, over on Rumble, America Rising Media 2 channel. That is where you will see all the coverage from my cameras and everything July 3rd and 4th. Also, Spin City News over on YouTube, the Benjamin Balderson channel over on YouTube, Spin City News on X, and obviously pilled.net. Until next time, America, thank you very much for everybody's generosity. We couldn't do it without you. Good night.
For years, Spin City News has been committed to delivering straightforward news coverage, live events, public hearings, press conferences, and stories that often receive little attention from mainstream media outlets. Our mission has always been simple: put cameras where history is happening and allow viewers to see events for themselves. Today, we have an opportunity to take that mission to the next level. Spin City News, in cooperation with America Rising Media, is working to establish a stronger on-the-ground presence in Washington, D.C. The nation's capital is where many of the decisions affecting every American are made. Congressional hearings, White House events, federal agency announcements, court proceedings, policy debates, protests, and public demonstrations all happen in Washington every day. Yet many independent media organizations lack the resources to cover these events live and in person. We believe Americans deserve direct access to these important events without filters, spin, or selective editing. Your support will help us send reporters, camera operators, and live stream equipment to Washington, D.C., allowing us to provide real-time coverage of the stories that matter most. Funding will be used for travel expenses, lodging, transportation, media credentials, professional broadcasting equipment, internet connectivity for live streaming, and operational costs necessary to maintain consistent coverage. Unlike large corporate media organizations with extensive budgets, independent journalism relies on the support of viewers who value transparency and open access to information. Every contribution, regardless of size, helps us place cameras in the rooms where important conversations are taking place. With your help, Spin City News and America Rising Media can expand independent reporting, increase government transparency, and provide viewers with unfiltered access to events happening at the highest levels of government. This is more than a fundraising campaign. It is an investment in citizen-focused journalism and the principle that informed citizens are essential to a healthy republic. If you believe in independent media, government transparency, and direct access to the news, we ask you to join us in this effort. Together, we can bring Washington to the people. Thank you for supporting Spin City News and America Rising Media. Every donation makes a difference. As the owner of Spin City News, it is very costly to do things like this, so your support will be greatly appreciated and welcomed.